Hello Internet, Taliesin here.
And Evertel too.
And welcome to a WoW podcast, obviously episode number...
71.
It is episode 71. One day you're going to get it wrong, and I'm going to laugh, I'm going to mock
That's
you.
never happened.
Wait a minute.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, let's start
Now we're ready.
the podcast!
Hello.
It's me, and you, and you.
And me.
And coming at you live in your earbuds if you're listening on earbuds, and if not, then just ambient room sound, really.
Yeah.
On your speakers. Welcome to
That's
a WoW
lovely.
podcast.
Hi.
Obviously, thank you to everyone who's live in chat right now on the YouTube and on the Twitch, and thank you to everyone who is watching the VOD, and thank you to everyone who is listening on your preferred podcast listening platforms. I'm sorry that I've just got out of the shower.
Oh,
So my
don't
hair is all
apologise.
slicked back.
Oh, listeners, you'll just have to imagine.
You'll have to imagine it. Just imagine me when I was a real piece of shit. I
What?
used to be a real piece of shit. Slick back hair, sloppy steaks.
What does that even mean? I don't even know what those words mean.
You don't get the reference, you
No.
see. Yeah, no, but I am straight out of the shower looking like I used to be a real piece of shit. So that's me. But I'm wearing... So I actually literally, I was out of the shower and I was like, oh, my hair looks all slicked back and I look like kind of low effort because I've just got out of the shower. So I put on one of my favourite sweaters, like my nice sweater.
The nice one.
Yeah, what do you think about that, eh? So I've kind of hopefully
Yeah.
balanced it a little bit.
The high and the low. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. I have been to jail after all. It was an I
true.
think you can leave reference. That's all. The piece of shit, slick back hair, sloppy steaks.
Is that a British thing?
I think you should leave.
Oh, no, it's the guy you love. It's the comedy thing you love. Yeah, okay, no, I understand.
Oh no!
I kind of
We're
block
gonna get
it out of my
chased off the
mind.
internet. You're not allowed to be on the internet unless you love I think you should leave.
No, I'm not
I drink
that
so
online.
much wine now. It just speaks to me as a show. I just really like it. So here we are. We're in our office recording, but we are also, as we do all of this, we are live in our guild house. So if there are any guildies watching on EU right now, still working on the inside of the... Oh no, I can see there are people in the
Here
house.
they are.
And they fucked with my bricks.
Yeah, they...
No! One day they're gonna have
I'm
like
sorry,
options
Callie.
to make things
I
non-interactable.
watched it happen and I
You
laughed.
did nothing. You watched them turn my beautiful wall into a vision of the future of my actual wall that I put up myself.
Yeah.
Oh no! Okay, well fuck you guys. Right, everyone
Yeah.
out. No, boo! You
No,
suck. All of you
look
suck.
at them. Everyone's having
there's-
such a nice time.
It is true. If there's anyone in the neighbourhood who wants to come by and join, I haven't sat on the stage today. I've sat on this little chair here so that you can see my new improved.
Oh, you put them on too.
Yeah, I told you I was going to. My new improved. What are they called?
Mage weave leggings.
Thank you, Mage Weave leggings. The first thing I ever bought on the auction house back in the day.
Yep.
On a character, I was like, "Oh, they look good." And
Yep.
the other thing was like the white dress, you know.
Oh,
You know
the
white
one.
dress?
I know the one.
The
Yeah,
creaky
yeah.
white dress. That was the other thing I bought on the thing. But we're celebrating today because, as you well know, there are high-res versions of the Mage Weave pants and shirt, Mage Weave sets, of course, in Midnight. But up until today, they were not slutty enough.
Yeah, well, no, they brought the kind of the redone versions a little while ago, and people noticed that very recently, well, they've been changed because when they first came back, they were the cut. I guess you call it the thigh cut. Was that like a normal, slightly more modest length? You know, it kind of covered a bit more real estate, but no. No, they've reverted that change because the people cried out and the people said,
Give us more.
"Give us
smut.
more, yeah,
Give us more.
make the thigh
filth."
cut higher." And they did exactly that. Look, I see all kinds of things on your character, Tally. That's kind of
full bone exposure,
That's a
hip bone exposure, and
So-
more.
So Mage Weave pants enjoyers, please enjoy.
The people were right. The people
were
spoke,
right.
and the people got it
were
right.
The people were right.
You know, we discussed the big topics on this show, like
we
my
did.
banana hammock.
You look absolutely fantastic,
The
Tally.
people
I'm a
were
bit
right, and
jealous.
not for the last time. Let us take this as a lesson, Evertel, that the people of World of Warcraft know what they're talking about. Which brings us quite nicely to our main topic of conversation for today, which we won't start on straight away. But our main topic is going to be, well, we're going to talk about our week in WoW. We're going to talk about the new patch, which is on the PTR.
Yes.
And all the speculation that it brings for 12.1. But 12.07 is on there. It's going to be coming out in a couple of months, just under.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, one of the most interesting things about it is the storyline that's on there at the moment. Now, as far as I'm aware, there's only one chapter of the story on there. Last time I looked, maybe there's another one now since reset. I haven't checked. But for me, the most exciting thing about 12.0.7 is this new 5-chapter story campaign, which is setting up the action for 12.1. It focuses very strongly on Zul'jan. What are your opinions of Zul'jan?
I think the proper pronunciation is Zul'jan.
Oh,
It's like the J is a little
Did people correct
softer.
me in chat?
No?
Oh, phew, thank
I just
goodness.
did.
Okay, no, I'm glad of it. Okay, well, I don't listen to you, but I'll always listen to chat.
Or at least that's how they pronounce his name in the game.
Well,
I'm
do you
a
know what?
super
They
fan.
should know.
Yeah, right. I'm a huge fan of Zul'jan. I think he's a really, really great, sympathetic, interesting character. He's complex. He's not straightforward. He can be unlikable and frustrating, but he's really, really good.
I'm glad you think that, because it's going to make our conversation a lot more interesting. Because I think that too, and I want to see that sweet, lovely boy explored properly and not just thrown off a baddie cliff.
I'm with you.
Look, without wanting to give too much away about this section coming up, the chapter, who knows? Anyway, so there we go. Come on in, join us in our house with our slutty clothes and have a lovely time.
Yes.
There we go.
So we will probably be talking spoilers today.
Oh, later, but we'll give you lots and lots of warning.
So, and likewise, chat, no spoilers in there for other folks who don't know anything about anything that's happening. But yeah, we'll bring up the spoiler bot when it's time.
We'll save the Zul'jan chat for when we get to the Zul'jan chat. But in the meantime, what have you been up to in World of Warcraft this week?
Well, before we get there, a special mention to...
My God!
I know you were going off on. You were like
the show.
Well,
we were good to go.
You know when it was the thing when you were like, well, speaking of people knowing of WoW telling us, what they want, I thought that was a natural segue into talking about super chats, but no, you took it somewhere else completely. Anyway,
You've got 30 seconds.
No,
30 seconds to do super chat.
I have all the time I want. This is your regular reminder. So for anyone who wants to
take as long as you want.
Anyone who wants to drop us a message, drop us a question, if anyone would like to direct the conversation in any way or just say hi, feel free to drop us a super chat on YouTube. We'll be getting to those towards the end of the show today. Not too late, because I need enough time to run downstairs and change into normal clothing before I go pick up the kids.
Oh, Evie is giving a test drive to the dress that she's planning on wearing in 2 days' time to LFG, right?
Oh, yes, we'll talk about that. Yes, super chatters, feel free to super chat and do your thing. Likewise, YouTube members of the team,
Yeah, yo.
We'll also give you guys a shout.
Huge
like,
thank you. Please can you mention memberships at the end of the weekly reset tally, because we're almost at the threshold where we get a better bonus.
We get a little bonus. Yeah. No, seriously. And a huge thanks to everyone who's signed up to that. Because the interest in that was much higher than I thought it was going to be. We unlocked loads of emotes. So anyone who has the little Khadgar bubble by their head in YouTube chat right now, please unleash those emotes so people can see what they can get if they become members of the team.
Yes, do that.
Do that.
And everyone watching on Twitter, thank you. We see you when you sub. We don't kind of make a big deal
Twitch.
out of it when on what did I say?
Twitter.
No, I don't see anyone on Twitter.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Never.
not. I'm not allowed on. No, Twitch. Thank you to everyone who's on Twitch. Thank you to people subbing on Twitch. We see you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're beautiful.
Cheers, guys.
We love you. I might do a little stream after the podcast today as well.
Oh yeah, good chat.
That's what I'm thinking.
Good shout.
Log into the old Twitch account.
Wahoo.
Give it a spin.
Get in there.
Keep the motor running.
Yeah.
I might just do that. Have some more convo, which is too hot for the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is there such a thing?
I don't know. Excellent. So thank you to everyone that came along and listened to us on the Grinding Gears podcast as well this week.
That was an absolute treat. In case you missed it, you can go and watch it on the Grinding Gear YouTube channel and also wherever they release podcasts. You can listen with your ears. That's Garrett and Kyle. We had a really nice chat with them. And it's me, JP, talking about our experience at FanFest and how we feel about Final Fantasy at the moment. And wow, it's impossible not to compare the two, but we had a really, really nice catch up with them.
It is impossible not to compare the two, isn't it? Especially with 14 making a play for, you know, in a big way, I think, kind of not traditionally Final Fantasy 14 players like they are doing, I think, with some of the updates that are coming in Evercold. So a really interesting conversation there. And it gave a chance for one or two of my Final Fantasy 14 haters who have been kind of like on ice like Demolition Man for the last few years to kind of thaw out and like dig up all of the lies that like one or two people in the Final Fantasy 14 community like to tell about me.
That's just how the
it's
internet
really
works.
wild. I've
It's
got to
kinda
say,
crazy.
I've
It's
got to
pretty
say, like,
intense.
you know, there's a couple of people in that community who just really fucking hate me, and fair enough. You know,
That's how communities work.
I used to be a real piece of shit. Slit back hair, sloppy steaks. You go in there, they'd be like, hey, no sloppy steaks today, guys. And we'd be like, no sloppy steaks. And then you check the water on it. You'd eat as much as you could before they got there. You know, I used to be a real piece of shit. They can tell. They can always tell. I'm just worried that the baby is afraid that it doesn't think that people can change. That's all.
There's none of these references make sense.
No,
to
but
me,
no.
I'm just letting them
Had
happen.
I shown my face on a Final Fantasy 14 podcast, then someone was in the chat going, "Oh yeah, don't you remember when Taliesin went on a real huge misogynistic rant about Vieira in Final Fantasy?" I was like, and people in the chat were like, "What, really? How troubling."
Very concerning.
Very concerning. I was like, bitch, fuck, what?
my favorite part of your professional hater. It's okay. We all have them. But they made a few comments, and one of them was like, you know, oh, Tally, blah 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 blah. I don't like him, blah blah blah.
Misogynistic.
Blah 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 blah. With his here's the clincher. With his fake white teeth. And I was like, oh, wait, are we talking about the same guy?
That's good, because, you know, when you've got like a hater, a stalker, you can sometimes feel quite unsafe. You know, it's like, who are they? How much of my life do they actually know about? Are they infiltrating my real life? You never know, right? It can be quite scary. We've had times when we've been doxxed and stuff, and it's been pretty scary, right?
Yeah.
But that comment gave away that they've never met me in real life, because they would never say that if they'd met me in real life and actually seen my teeth.
I say this with love, and I love your teeth, but like you're
my teeth,
like
but
your
they're not perfect.
But like I would say that if you asked an American to give an example of like what British dentistry is. No. As in a slightly imperfect, you know. I think
the American opinion of British teeth, not unreasonably, is that they're dog shit and that they're like little fence posts stuck in mud randomly, like and you know that's that. Please don't. They wouldn't think that of mine, would they? They're a bit gappy, but you know what? That gappy teeth, you know, healthy. How many fillings have you got?
One, I think.
I've got 0 fillings.
Well, that's good.
How many people do you know that
you don't
have
have
0
enough teeth to have
fillings?
filling.
No, I've got as many teeth as anyone else, but they're a bit
joking.
spread out. That's why my
joking.
mouth has to be so big.
Sorry, I brought up that point because it's quite funny for someone to be. It would be as if someone, you know, would be like, "Oh, that Evitel, I can't stand her. She's a bigot, and you know,
She's got tiny
has like
tits.
she's no." You know, her little button nose, and you know, her tiny impish face, like
Her
you know,
small squat neck.
yeah. I just hate her.
Teeny
And
tiny forehead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. If Evitel and her tiny forehead, I just hate it so much. You know, it's like what?
So I don't think that person's a guy. It's definitely a guy as well. I don't think that guy has ever met me. But so anyway, just
the
for
podcast was really, really
for
good.
the sake of transparency, because I feel like this is one of those things where I don't, you know, usually I ignore kind of stuff when it's put out there about me, right?
Yeah,
but you know, I
part of
feel
that.
I want to tackle this one. Like, I didn't go on a misogynistic rant about the Viera. Someone asked me why I didn't play a Viera in the chat. And I said, oh, I personally don't vibe with them because for me, they just remind me of Playboy bunnies, right? And I can't shake that. I look at them, I see Playboy bunnies, and then chat was like, well, you know, in Japan, they don't have that association. And I'm like, brilliant. I'm not Japanese. I'm British. I grew up at a certain time, but I do have that association.
Yeah, sure.
So it's no fault of the game.
You're of a certain age.
If you play them, that's absolutely fine. I don't think you're a weirdo for playing them.
No, I think they're cute.
Like I don't think they should be taken out of the game or anything like that. I personally can't shake the image that they look a bit like Playboy bunnies, and for me, that makes them a bit over-sexualized, even though that's not the intention of the game, maybe. Well, I think it probably is. But like, you know, like I would feel a bit, if I was like, I think if my mum and dad came in and saw me playing that character, I would feel a bit embarrassed.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah,
like, and that's just not something I'll just play a different character. It's fine. But no shade on the race or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then, people went crazy. People went mad. I don't know, man. I don't know what else I could, like, just for me personally.
Should I manage this by just switching my character to a Viera?
Yeah,
will this,
exactly.
Will this douse the flames?
Yeah, exactly. I don't hate Viera. My wife is a Viera.
Yeah. Well, now that you mention it, you did say something about her forehead, you know.
Yeah. That's all it was. For me, they look like Playboy bunnies. I personally have that association with them, and that's why I personally choose not to play them. And also because you only play one like character in Final Fantasy 14, and I play the Hrothgar, and they rock. Okay, like my kind of mountain Hrothgar. Is that what we play?
Hrothgar? No, Hrothgar are the big male cats.
Oh, what are the
Here. We play here.
There's such different words.
We play big Highlander
How did I
ladies.
possibly get them mixed up? Yeah, I play the human, the big like mountain humans.
Yeah, I
they
love her.
rock. They're so cool. Their thighs, they could
They're
wear
amazing.
never weave cloth sets.
They could.
And they would look
rock.
amazing. Simple as that.
Yeah.
So there we go.
So if you want to listen to more in that vein,
no, nothing in that vein.
hop on over to Grinding Gear, where you can listen to us chatting about Final Fantasy for a bit. But no, today we are talking World of Warcraft on our WoW podcast, obviously.
Yes.
That's what we're doing today.
What has your week been in WoW, Evie? Did you get a chance to properly tuck into the new patch this week?
Yeah.
Because, we were away at FanFest, right?
We were away, and it's just been catching up on work stuff, catching up on WoW stuff, and it's been nice. I've been doing some ritual sites. It's funny. I'm slightly undergeared for not undergeared. I think I'm just a shit player. Also,
are you struggling with ritual sites? Is that what you're telling me right now?
Tier 5 ritual sites, like I can do them, but I sometimes die occasionally, which I find embarrassing.
I sometimes die to them as well. What are you dying to?
It's okay to die.
Is there a mechanic that you're not doing? Are you interrupting the guy who does the big?
I don't know what that is.
Sounds like that's what's killing you. Are you destroying the obelisks before you fight elites?
I am, and now I'm no longer empowering obelisks. I literally just swapped to a different challenge. So I was like, fuck obelisks. Though I think that one's actually pretty easy. I die occasionally, and it's usually if I'm like in and get a whole pack, right? If I get a whole pack coming at me of mobs, or if I trigger like the alarm bells and then loads of them come in. Yeah. It is the Shadow Spear guy. It's the one, and he casts this Shadow Spear.
He appears and he's casting this big thing.
Yeah.
But you can interrupt him or do any CC on him and he'll disappear.
Yes.
So just fire like you're a hunter. You got like 20, right?
Yeah.
Just fire something at him and like. Or just you're a hunter. You can fire while you're moving. So just get out of the big circle. Right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I don't mind it. So I find that I'm more efficient at delves. And I know that ritual sites give like slightly higher level gear.
Well, I heard delves were irrelevant now, but they hadn't counted on people that weren't good enough to do ritual sites.
It's not that I'm just more efficient at delves. I feel like I get them done more quickly. Maybe I've gotten used to having Valeera around as a little healer, so like if I just need it, I grab it. The little green like health bubbles do very little, I find, in ritual
they're
sites.
a bit shit, really.
They are a bit shit. 'Cause
Nothing
I'm like,
compared to my
ooh,
girl Varisa's health pots.
Valera, yeah, and
Valera's like hearts.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hearts, balls, they switch, right? So I've been doing those a little bit. I haven't been doing tons of like dungeons or raiding or things. I've really just been kind of doing catch up. How about you, Tally?
I've been. It's been a funny week for me actually because I've been doing like a lot of the current patch, but also playing a lot of PTR with 12.0.7 as well, because I really wanted to get to grips with the new showdowns. And because it's one of those pieces of content that, you know, we're not shown very much of when they tell us about it in the presentation and stuff like that. And, you know, we fall back on kind of assumptions about it as well. So I'm sure many of us, most of us, when they announced showdowns, were like, oh, that's invasion points from Legion. The 8.3 feature on Antorus, where you get these portals opening up and you get zapped to different worlds across the Great Dark Beyond. And it was awesome. Like back in Legion, that was brilliant because you'd be taken to different worlds and you're like, wow, this is so cosmic and brilliant, and it's a real change of kind of aesthetic for a little bit. My favorite is always going to be that one in the big forested area. You know, you're in this clearing of this big forest world. It was so cool. It was so really good. And you know, you kill some mobs and then you kill a boss and all would be well. And very reasonably, people looked at showdowns and they were like, oh, it's invasion points 2.0, right?
Sure.
And that's a very reasonable assumption because Blizz is in the habit at the moment of something I don't even disapprove of, you know, taking kind of events and gameplay modes from past expansions and putting a bit of a different sheen on them and putting them in as like very easy, repeatable patch content. Even kind of ritual sites, you know, they smell a bit like delves, but also a bit like horrific visions as well.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of delves mixed with horrific visions.
A little bit
of
of both,
even
right?
more kind of obvious with showdowns. Such a weird name for them. I always forget what it is. Because they're literally using planets that were featured in the invasion points in
Very
Legion.
cool,
Val and Nagtal. How do you say Nagtal?
I don't know.
You were saying it in
Close.
the weekly reset, different from how I say it, but I liked it. Variety is the spice of life. Right?
Exactly.
So I think it's very fair that everyone kind of associates them together. But after playing quite a bit of them over the last few days, they're very different. That's not actually a very good comparison at all. Is the invasion points from Legion, despite the fact that they're set on the same planets, they don't use the same maps. These are much more comparable to ritual sites, honestly, which is what they're a natural extension of. Like the bosses there are the bosses from like the Legion invasions in 12.0.5. It's very much like the final chapter of the events from 12.0.5. You know, you're taking out the big bosses there, but they're actual open world zones. They're not instances, you know, they're phased zones, right, which people just come in and out of, but you have to portal to get there because it's the other side of the galaxy, right? And they're explorable, and they've got world quests on them, and they've got world bosses on them, and they've got rares on them, and they've got little treasures on them, and they've got little kind of quests that pop, like bonus objectives and things like that, and they've got just straight common or garden yellow exclamation mark quests as well. And you know, I don't know yet, but it looks like at least one of them has a little storyline running through it as well, which is really cool. And actually, they're quite good. I don't know how much people are going to engage with them because you reach saturation point. It's like, well, I've done my have I done my delves? Yeah. Have I done my world quests in the open world? Yeah. Have I done my invasions, my incursions? Yeah. Have I done my ritual sites? Yeah. Do I have time to do my showdowns? Maybe. Let's see what we can do. You know?
Yeah, right?
It's like, so I don't know how many people are going to, you can't fight the world bosses on your own. They're fucking world bosses, right? So you need like 15, 20 people to do it. I tried.
Of course you did.
And like, yeah, of course I did. I wanted the rewards, man. I wanted to complete the quest. But yeah, they're good. And they're zones. They're like, I mean, they're not like full zones. They're little zones.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, I would say that as zones, they're bigger than obviously the ritual site on the coast with the Naga. Way bigger than that. maybe slightly smaller than a Talaman.
Okay.
That ritual
Oh,
site.
okay.
That's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe I know it's the same size actually.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
Promising.
yeah, it is promising. It's like but I was really happy to see how different they were and how much I enjoyed them.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it's like and the Nagtao one did some really good exploring in there and had some fun, and like as we talked about in the weekly reset, you know. So so I did a bit of testing on that, and there's not really much else to test on the 12.0.7 PTR apart from the story, which we're going to get to a little bit later on. So just getting into the current patch on live at the moment, and I mean I don't know about you, but have you done an incursion yet?
No,
No, me
I haven't
neither.
touched them at all.
No, I did them on PTR.
Yeah, same. I did them on
enjoyed
PTR.
them. They were
Yeah,
fine.
they're fine.
I can't be dick doing them on
Same. Have they
live.
increased the bar going up yet? Did they make bar go up faster or no?
Well, it's kind of like pissing in the wind, isn't it? Because I think there are less and less people doing the incursions all the time.
Yeah.
So they can make the bar go up faster, but
still-
in real time, it's not because less people are doing it.
And I mean, that was the thing. You know, we tested them on the PTR, and then when they went live, you know, I did one of the little events, and the bar went up literally like 1%.
Yeah.
And likewise, everyone was like, why would I bother doing that? I don't have time for that. You know, the impact that it made on kind of the communal bar was so tiny that I was like, why? So yeah, I literally haven't gone back. And
Shame in it.
yeah, you know, I got enough field accolades to get a piece of hero gear, and of course it was useless. You know, that was like not for a slot that I wanted.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, right then, guess I'm gonna. Okay, you know, that's just gonna be pushed down the list a little bit.
Yeah, and like, you know what? I've got a whole ton of field accolades because I enjoyed going through ritual sites. I did enjoy ritual sites. I think ritual sites are really good. Not as repeatable
they're
content.
fun.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Exactly.
But like, just to go in there, get up to like collect all of the challenges so that I could open up level 5. Go in there with all the challenges, clear it out, get all the achievements all at once. That felt really good.
Yeah.
I've got to do them all in a group of 4 as well to get all the achievements. I'm not sure if I
right.
can be dicked about that. Maybe
To
I'll do it on
me,
stream.
that's not group content to me. In the same way that delves have never been group content to me.
never have.
Like, I hold fast to the things that I can do by myself.
Yeah.
And be empowered by. Like, I'm open to being in a group for those, but I'm never going to seek out like a group for them,
Yeah, I agree.
which is interesting. This
Yeah.
kind of like, it's solo but also group content. You know, it's I'd be curious to hear if other people go in on them doing groups, because I literally
Well, for
have
the
never.
achievements, I probably will. And
yeah.
the thing is, I'm stuck in that place where I've quite enjoyed them, and it's given me like a chunk of field accolades, but not enough to get all the stuff, and not enough to like level up my renown tree enough so that I can even buy all the stuff. And it's like, well, do I want to keep grinding this? Like, I don't think I would enjoy it as grindy content. I've got plenty else to grind anyway. But I mean, the rewards are good. Okay, have you done decor duels yet?
I haven't done decor duels yet. I haven't done that, and I literally haven't done fishing either.
Okay, so what am I? I'm going to do an impression.
Okay, let's see.
What am I?
Oh, this is decor duels in the wild. Okay.
No, it's not actually.
Oh, he's a.
Wait.
Uh-oh. You're a spoiler bot. It's
What am I?
a spoiler bot. That's what you are.
Nope.
What are you?
That was the purple triangular quest marker in the northeastern corner of my map.
Still there.
Yeah,
Still there.
just still like
Unclicked.
constantly, just like every time I go into fucking Eversong Woods and I look at the troll zone, there's just this purple fucking triangle
what's
in
that
the
one?
top right hand corner of my map, and it's that motherfucker. And it's
think
like
'cause it's so
I
far
can't
out.
even pick it up as I'm going past just to get it off the map,
'cause
right?
It's so far out of the way that you must be like, today is a day for the fishing event. Today is a day for abyss
It
anglers.
takes like 5 minutes to do.
takes so
You
long
can
to
be done
get
with
there.
it in 5. I did it on the PTR. It's not like I don't know what I'm talking about. It's not like I haven't like experienced this stuff, right?
Oh, and I think another reason why I don't do like incursions and also get a little bit touchy about Void Assault is because they're in Eversong and Zul'jan, which makes sense. But those are the two places that, like, in terms of flying, take the longest to get to from Silvermoon.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm like, this is just a Blizzard decision to like maximize gameplay time, because I have to fly to these places and I literally can't just step through a portal and instantly be there.
It's kind of wild.
And so it's in the back of my mind, and I'm just like,
you have to travel through the world as if it was some kind
go
of
through the world
RPG.
to do this throwaway bit of content. You know, I don't mind doing a bit of throwaway content, but like get me there and get me back to what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
So having Abyss Anglers all the way over there is just the funniest thing. Because I'm just like, I haven't picked it up yet.
So I haven't done any of this shit, right? I like literally haven't touched it, right? My renown tree for all of that, you know, all those sexy elves hanging out in thingy, like the ones that you get the quests off of, and like it's at 3, right?
Okay,
I haven't done any of this really. However, this isn't unlike a lot of other people who agree with what I'm saying, right? This is where I differ from most other people. I don't think that's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't actually think it's an issue. I actually think it's fine that there's all this stuff happening that I don't personally want to do. It's not like I'm not logging into the game. I am logging into the game. I'm seeing this stuff and I'm going, I'm going to do some Mythic Plus. Like, or I'm gonna level them up. Now, here's what I think.
I'm gonna get some concrete player power now.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right?
So I love logging in and doing Mythic Plus at the moment. I'm having so much fun in Mythic Plus.
Yeah.
Like,
You
oh
seem to
my
be,
god, I'm having so much fun in Mythic Plus. I'm almost at 300-400.
Nice.
I've got like a few more dungeons to do.
That's what I should be doing.
I've got everything at 15. I've got like 3 or 4 at 16. And I swear to God, these 16 runs, if they don't collapse in the first like minute, which many of them do, but if they don't, they are the easiest runs I've ever done in my fucking life. Like, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Right? It's like,
good. I'm happy to hear that.
I'm trying to find an analogy, right? So I guess like, were you ever in a bad orchestra?
No.
Were you not?
No.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, maybe like a school orchestra.
Yeah. Well, so imagine like you were like, because you're a good violinist.
Thank you.
Right. And I imagine that you were in an orchestra for years, maybe your school orchestra, and it was just kind of dog shit, and you knew it was, but maybe you didn't even know it was dog shit, and you're like, oh, this is hard. Like playing all this music all together is really hard. And then you joined like a really good orchestra that you got accepted into.
Sure.
And suddenly you're like, wait, it's not hard. This is easy. This sounds amazing. You know, and it's just because everyone was better, right?
Everyone else, yeah.
You were surrounded by people that cared more, that knew more.
Okay.
That like no one was there on the dress.
I'm going
It was
with
like,
this.
you know,
Sure.
and that's what doing 16s is like. It's like you go from even from 15s to 16s, you're like, oh my god, this is so easy.
Like, wow,
Wait, people are like mitigating.
Wait, interrupt?
Yeah, they're doing everything right. And honestly, I was doing a 16 Pit of Sauron yesterday, and I realized my fingers were literally touching the buttons less than usual. I was literally there. Everything was just going super fast. I was like taking my hands off the keyboard sometimes because people just didn't need much healing.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I was like, oh, what? Oh, this was so. Whereas usually, there were bits in that dungeon where I'd be whacking buttons and like going, oh my god, like real damage control.
Yeah.
But in this 16, like just none of it. It was just easy.
Wow.
And I didn't have to sit down and drink throughout the entire dungeon because I just wasn't using much mana, and it was just like very, very chill.
There you go.
Like, wow,
okay.
this is so easy. And it felt very nice. It was very good. So I'm loving Mythic Plus at the moment. Can't wait to get 300-400. I'll probably be done after that. I don't know how much I'm going to really push it or anything. Maybe.
Sure.
But it's very, very cool to do. And likewise, Raid, as you know, we won the race to World First.
Yay! That's incredible.
Heroic for guilds with names a bit like Immortality.
You guys, well done. You deserve.
We're very
praise.
proud of that. You know, then we went to FanFest for the first reclear, and my understanding is they didn't reclear.
No.
No, and I was like, well, you know,
there.
These things happen. Whatever, man. Who
you
knows?
weren't there.
They probably
buttons.
didn't even raid without me. They probably just thought, what's the point? So I joined raid again this week, and we got back to Lura, and we couldn't get past phase 1.
Oh.
On our reclear, my first reclear back.
Oh dear.
We were just like hard stuck at phase 1. We got past phase 1 maybe like 2 or 3 times the entire night. And then the next when we came back to try again on Sunday, again it was kicking our ass. And we're like, we've cleared this. We've done this fight.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Wasn't it nerfed in the meantime as well?
There were a lot of people in the raid who hadn't killed it.
Okay.
And who weren't there for the time we killed it. Even then, you know, like our item level it's 2 weeks ago we cleared it. And item levels are generally higher. And it's been nerfed. And it was just like, I mean... It was kicking our ass.
Yeah,
and
gosh.
We didn't have our usual raid leader, either of them in. And Ellerin was raid leading.
Nice.
And had to, you know, I think she thought she was just going to be caretaking, basically, for reclears. And it turned out she had to do some proper good raid leading on Sunday to get us past Lura. And we did. With the last pull of the night, we got a bunch of people their curve.
Nice.
But it was a little bit embarrassing.
Yeah.
Thank God Ellerin was there, and she's such a baller. I don't know what would have done otherwise. Like, if it'd just been up to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it when it's the last pull.
It's always the last pull.
It's always the last pull.
I'm kind of thinking that we just organise one pull raid nights from now on. We just go in, do one, like, and we were like, we're going to go in for one pull.
9:55
Yeah,
p.m.
we'll
everyone
clear
show
it.
up.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, that's totally my style. I'll do that.
Exactly.
I'll do that. I'll join raid for that.
So yeah, it was a little bit. And people were getting edgy, man. People were like, people were getting annoyed and angry and kind of just a bit touchy and edgy because we've cleared this shit.
Yeah,
we've done it. And
it's the hardest thing when you know you can do it and you're just not delivering, right? That's the worst feeling.
Me, I'm always just going to advocate for more healers. I'm always just like, look, I've raided with this team for over 10 years now. I know that the answer 9 times out of 10 is just put another healer in.
Yeah.
Just brute force this shit, you know? We got the DPS because obviously everyone's got loads of gear right now.
Yeah.
Just brute force it. Let's just make it very forgiving by having an extra healer in there. Let's just do it, guys.
Yeah, why not?
That's always my advocacy. So that's where I always come
Yeah.
from. But it was like, it was something. It was really getting to us, actually. It was, I think, you know, again, the mood would have been very, very different if we hadn't killed it again. So but I've been there for both of our kills now, which is quite glad they didn't do it. On one hand, I'm like, oh no, guys, unlucky. On the other, like, and then on the other hand, I'm like, fuck you guys, can't do it without me. Such an important member of the team, right? So that's all been really good. And so I haven't really touched all of like the other events that have come in. My character uses a staff, so I haven't even been able to use the new sheathing options, really.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, do you want to use the default of the staff on your back, or do you want to put the only other place you can put it, which is on your back? It's like, well, I guess I'll put it on the fucking back then, won't I?
Yeah.
But I do like the whole disappearing when you're in your home sort of thing. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
It takes a bit of like, you know, loophole threading, you know, in like the systems menus to be able to do it, but you can do it. So like, you know, your weapons disappear when you go inside. I think that's all really cool. So to repeat, the difference is that I'm not doing any of this shit. I'm not doing any of these incursions. I'm not doing any of like the abyss anglers and stuff. But I think that's fine, and I don't actually think that's bad. I think I'd still rather have them in the game than not.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Think the one difference I would make, the one change I would make, and as soon as I say this, everyone in the chat is going to agree with me, and they're going to throw up their hands and go, "Tally, you've solved it.
Oh,
get this man on the team.
I'm ready.
This is like make them able to level through."
What?
Make them able to level through.
Oh.
At the moment, you can't do incursions until you max level. At the moment, you can't do ritual sites until you max level. Like, why are these max level? Why are they max level?
Yeah, fair.
Like activities. Make it so I can level my alts through.
Void invasions or Legion invasions were like the best way to level up an alt. Yeah. Because like stuff would be exploding and be like, oh yeah, I'm level 10, but you'd like go up a level every time. Yeah. So
like it well, that was the pre-patch event, but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
like,
yeah.
Oh no, sorry. The ones on the open world ones were as well. Yeah, I remember.
What? Okay. Yeah.
Like it should. Why can't I level my alts through this shit? Like. It's insane to me. I logged into an alt that I hadn't finished leveling yet. Yeah. And I was like, where are the incursions? This is where I want to play the incursions.
It would be nice.
They're no use to me on my main. Yeah. Unless I just want to grind it out. And it's like, why can't I do this on my alts? Like, it's absolutely insane to me that you can't. It's like it feels like a genuine, real oversight.
I had not realized that. It's because, Tally, you need to be milked for your time and your subs.
I do need to be milked.
You do. Specifically
I'd be so
for
much
your
more
time.
relaxed right now. I'd be so less on edge right now for this podcast, I tell you.
Yeah, like you.
Maybe if I'm really good in the podcast.
Yeah, in like 30 seconds before I have to go pick up the kids.
I can do it. I'm down. You know I
Always
can
down.
do it, mummy.
Yeah, but yeah, it's funny because it's yeah, I think you have a good point there. If it was more alt friendly, I mean, I think it's marketed as alt friendly, but it's like do 20 void assaults or void ritual sites, and you can get one piece of hero gear randomly.
Yeah.
And it's like that doesn't feel good.
Well, they've already made Del's shit to level through by not being
Yeah.
able to like up the difficulty into your max level.
Yeah.
And like I want to be doing these like incursions, and like 'cause you don't get the quests to do the incursions. Like I know they're still going on, but like why do I have to be max level to get anything from them? You know, like this is perfect alt leveling stuff, as will be
something to it.
showdowns. You know. I don't know what the XP's like from Decor Duels, but there's some good rewards in Decor Duel.
Yeah, there are
Holy
some really
shit,
good
some
rewards.
really good ones that
Yeah.
I want, but I still want to do a Decor
The
Duel.
cube, I know. We
And
should we just need to do like some streams with Decor Duels,
It's
and
true.
it'll be
And
fun.
we got to do them soon as well, because people will not be doing Decor
No,
Duels.
they won't be. They won't
I'll
be.
be surprised what doing now.
Ooh.
And also, everyone's saying they're not very good, and I want to be able to make up my own mind. I just want to trust the internet that they're not very good, right?
Yeah. Why would I do that?
Yeah. So like I just like, yeah, for me, something like that which doesn't help my main character, especially when there's things that definitely do. Like I want to push my Mythic Plus rating on a raid. I want to do this. Like I should be able to go and experience that through alts leveling. You know, not just max level alts, leveling alts. Because like if you so here's the thing. You can be like, well, you can still do it on your alts, but only max level alts. It's like, no, I'm not going to do it because it's slower.
Yeah.
If I'm only doing it for the
just gonna
grind to
bop
get the
it.
rewards, I'm going to do it on
Yeah.
my main because my main is way more geared than my alts. It's going to be much easier to do that grindy content.
Yeah.
So I'm never going to go in there with alts. If I decide to grind
fair.
it,
Yeah.
it's going to be on my main unless I can level through it. You know, and that's like the perfect opportunity. So please, Blizz, if anyone's watching, please, if we're not blacklisted by going to FanFest, like please enable that shit properly
Yeah.
for leveling alts through, please, because I would have loved to have done some today. Whereas I had a quick level of alts. Gave up in the end because the game's still just fucking broken. I literally I was going through a dungeon on my warlock, Den of Nalarak. Oh my god, I'm dreading that fucking dungeon coming into the Mythic Plus.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm dreading it.
Yeah.
I love how that dungeon looks, but it's gonna be an absolute clusterfuck, that dungeon. No one's looking forward to Den of Nalarak. And I just like killed the boss, and Heavy was just sitting there. I was like, Heavy, watch this. And I looted the boss, and my game just literally exploded.
Yeah.
Like my
ready?
PC just set on
50-50
fire.
chance.
It's froze.
Everything is gonna just go to shit. That's what
Like,
it did.
my team were halfway across the dungeon by the time my game was actually like workable again. Because I tried to loot the boss. It happened every time I looted anything. It was wild. So yeah.
Amazing.
Game's still quite broken. But lots of unreported changes. Which we've reported on the in the weekly reset. It was funny. I read a comment in the weekly reset. It was like, I read the patch notes for 12.0.7, and none of that housing stuff you mentioned was in there. Kind of in the tone that suggested that we were making it up, or like, and it's like, I was like, we put all the sources in the video.
Yeah, it's in there.
It's there for you to. We told you. It's in the text. It's like Jesse Kullenchik, head of housing, said this. It's like that. There's your source. The guy that makes it. What more do you want? But yeah, so stuff that isn't in the patch notes, we are getting a huge buff to exterior decor limits.
Yay!
Here it is, guys.
Woohoo!
I can finally finish my Frank Lloyd Wright house
Nice.
on NA.
There
Looking
you go.
forward to that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see
I was
that.
like, oh, it's going to be good. And a huge buff. So at the moment, the exterior decor limit is 250. It's going up to 350, which is a 40%
At level 7?
At
Is
level
that right?
7, yeah. Like an absolute fucking huge increase.
Big.
Like massive, giving you an extra 100 decor limit to play with outside. Absolutely stunning stuff. And of course, you can have outdoor lighting out there now as well.
Very nice.
Which is really, really good.
Very good.
You're not going to be able to have loads of outdoor lighting because it can't, like, lighting sources can't be placed next to each other.
Yeah.
There's like there's kind of like, you know,
Like a hitbox.
Yeah, there's a hitbox you have to get out of, unfortunately. But better than nothing, right? For me, the main thing is it means you can put windows, add extra windows to your house and stuff now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really good. So
Love
I got
that.
plans. I got plans for all my properties.
Oh, me too. Do you know what I'm going to build next?
Back for your cottage.
Yeah, well, I'm actually going to tear the cottage down, and I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to build like a Temu version of the treehouse that's on the shop.
Wait, I already built the Temu version of
I
the
know.
treehouse
You
on the
already
shelf.
have that, but you already have have a treehouse. But I'm literally going to try and recreate to the best of my ability using only non-shop items. The $75 treehouse exterior.
Well, that won't be hard because I don't know how the shop. I literally couldn't buy something from the shop if I wanted to. I don't know, like, you know, as I've said before, if it's just me and my buddy, the credit card, we can get shit from the shop, right? I'm like, oh, I fancy that.
You're like,
you know,
money,
my credit card details are in there. I'll
that
just fucking
equates,
buy it, right? You know, yeah, exactly. Company card details, I should say. Are in there. It's like, oh, it's for
Business
video.
expense.
Yeah. What's that? I need a WoW token for repairs. Wow. But like, when it comes to Hearthsteel, I just don't I have no fucking concept. I couldn't tell you how much real world money that treehouse costs. And I know that's the,
kinda
I know
crazy,
that's the
isn't it?
intention, but
Yeah.
like I said before, it has the opposite effect on me. Like, whereas most people, I guess,
Yeah.
are like, oh, I don't know how much it costs, so I'll just buy it. Oh, it doesn't feel like spending real money.
It obfuscates, the like reality of spending money,
But
right?
for me, I'm such a tight ass because I don't and also incredibly lazy. If I don't instantly know what it costs in real world terms, I'm just not gonna fucking buy it. I'm like, well, I can't be bothered looking up how much that actually costs.
My WoW character already has so many currencies. With like,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
give us
like there's
another
so many currencies with, you know, like 51 left over from EFA, and there are so many of them that I can't bear to have another like little bank of a little like bag of Hearthsteel knocking around that hasn't been like fully spent. Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I say that now, but
No, well now I've said it so much that I can never possibly buy. I can't even back down now. It's one of the reasons I went so vehemently on the Hearthsteel thing was kind of like an insurance policy against myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I
Like,
can't buy
don't give
Hearthsteel
in.
now.
No, you
I've
can't.
got my dick out
Yeah.
over it so much. Can you imagine if I bought Hearthsteel now?
it's such a confusing.
People would
metaphor.
laugh at me.
Yeah, of course
People
they
would
would.
be like, "Oh,
'Cause
Tony
you've
said
said
you wouldn't buy Hearthsteel.
categorically
No,
you
he has.
won't.
He's a
Yeah.
dick." But and I'm not going to do it. They're not getting one penny out of me for Hearthsteel. Fuck
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Change it to money, I might buy it. But Hearthsteel, absolutely not. No, fuck that shit. Fuck it all the way to the sea. How have your experience with rerolls and stuff been?
Well, I finally am in like Decimus's esteem, and he's now given me rerolls. And because I hadn't,
Oh, you weren't before.
yeah, no, I haven't
What was
used
the
them.
catch up on that like? Did you have to wait?
No, the catch up is literally like, hey, suddenly Decimus has like 3 different quests. He's like, hey, you want that bonus reroll? Give me 5,000 gold, or give me 2,000 Void Light Marl, or give me, what was it? Some other currency. He literally was like, you want to, it wasn't even listed as a catch up. He was like, do you want some of these? I was like, yeah. So I was like, I did one of each. Veteran crests. Yeah, exactly. Veteran crests. I was like, what the fuck am I going to, I could
always
convert those.
veteran crests.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Well, I actually spent all my veteran crests last week.
Yeah.
To like upgrade to champion crests, to upgrade to
To
hero
blah,
crests,
blah,
like,
blah. Yeah.
and I regretted it instantly the second I got to him. I was like, oh shit, that's what I should be spending my veteran crests
Yeah,
on.
man.
Obviously, I spent gold on it. I
Yeah.
spent like 500 fucking gold. Holy shit, man.
So yeah, I just have them now.
Yeah.
And of course I'm like, well, I haven't done any keys recently. I haven't done any heroic bosses recently,
Yeah.
which I should, because the neighborhood guild is doing heroic, so I should jump on. But they also raid on Sunday, so it doesn't work.
Sorry, we'll come back to this, but chat is telling me that actually I can buy the treehouse for real money without Hearthsteel. It's only in the bundle that I have to pay the money. I'll pay for the Hearthsteel. Wait a minute, we're opening the shop right now.
Oh,
We're gonna go and have a look. Hang on. So Oh my, no, so large starter decor pack. I don't want that, but I can buy that just for $30, right? And
30,
that
30
gives
pounds.
30
30 pounds, which is like 45 bucks now.
but that gives me 2,500 hearthsteel. I don't want any hearthsteel. Fuck
No,
that. I don't want
okay.
that shit cluttering up my
Right.
life. So then you got the house, the Cozy Retreat bundle. That's just for sale for hearthsteel.
Yeah.
The
Treehouse.
houses themselves are just for sale for hearthsteel. So where's the? It doesn't look like I can just buy them for hard cash money. Everything else seems to be in.
Yeah, perhaps
in
not. It is. It
hearthsteel.
is. Yeah.
It was like if it was money, I still don't want to buy it because I do not approve of it. But I could be tempted one day to do it in a peak. One day when I'm peaked, I could be like,
What if you start getting Hearthsteel with like expansions and other things? What if they start giving it to you against your will?
well, then I'd be bound to spend it just to get it out of my inventory.
Right. But what if there's not quite enough to get anything with the amount that they give you?
Yeah. Okay, the rugs. Oh, so I could buy rugs and get hearthsteel. Yeah, but no, but I'd still be spending the hearthsteel on the houses.
Yeah.
Like I could buy the rugs for money and then spend the hearthsteel. But that would still be spending hearthsteel. That's not a loophole.
Yeah.
No, unless the houses are on there for cash. And like the whole argument for hearthsteel was they were like, oh yeah, but we want to let you buy things for like basically no money. Like these items are going to be so cheap that it doesn't make sense to have like money purchases. That's why we're doing like Hearthsteel, because like the actual transactions would be so small that it would be silly, because then you'd be using your credit card to spend like 50 cents on a thing. And it's like, oh, and it's like, oh really? Then why do I have to spend 7,500 fucking 4,000 Hearthsteel on a fucking house?
Oh.
Why do I have to spend the equivalent of like, I don't know what even that is, but whatever it is, that's not micro, is it?
I know, and it's a shame because they're beautifully done. They're really nice.
No, I'm not shitting on any dev.
We've talked about
No
this.
designer, no dev has ever made this.
No, exactly.
Like,
Decision, right?
yeah.
You're right. Like they the designers have made the art, and the art itself is really beautiful and whimsical, and like I love it. But
oh, it's great.
yeah,
It's really good. Not as good as my treehouse that I made, obviously, but it's up
certainly
there.
not.
It's really cool. I really like it, and yeah, it's it makes me mad and angry, and it still looks like a dick and balls. Still looks like a dick and balls. Those windows. Someone in chat was like, "No, it looks like a nose tally." It's like, well, your nose looks like a dick and balls, mate. That's what I've learned about you. All I know about you is your nose looks like a dick and balls. That's what you think it looks like. Dick and balls, mate. Anyway, we complained about this a lot last episode. I'm not going to do it again now. Sorry, but anyway, yeah. So you want to make your own treehouse? Is that what you're saying?
And I think loads of like housing creators will be on this now, because I know that, and they will do it better than me. But just out of principle, I want to do it myself.
I think it's a great idea. That you do realize, don't you?
Yeah.
That means we will have two tree houses next to each other.
Yes, and then we're going to link them together.
Can we do that on those plots?
There are a couple of who did I see? I think it was like Building Mouse.
Oh yeah, the bridge.
Yeah,
the cottage
so
wizard.
so good. I love it. Absolutely love it.
It was beautiful, and we were looking at those plots before we got the neighborhood, weren't we? And we were like, I bet you can link things on these two plots.
Yeah.
And I think our two plots might be possible as well with a clever bit of clipping.
Maybe.
But it's not the same, because it's a funny angle and stuff like that. Those two plots are perfect for it.
Yeah.
If we can get a little rope bridge going across or something, got 100 decor to spend.
Yeah.
Come 12.0.7, so that'd be great. Love that treehouse. Love my treehouse. My treehouse is so great.
It's a good tree house.
Yeah, better than this treehouse.
I'm a big fan.
So, any other thoughts on the current patch, or indeed 12.0.7
I mean,
struck you this week?
We talk about this in on the weekly reset. If you haven't watched it, there's an episode of the weekly reset out. Have a look at that.
Yeah, check that out.
Definitely do check it out. We talk about a lot of stuff there, but in some of the comments, which I tend to agree with, or at least for the people who are like, you know what, I came into WoW, I came back to WoW, or I've been in WoW for a while. This patch makes me feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of content. But once I stopped and looked at it and went, I don't have to do everything, then I felt okay about it. And I think that's just kind of a big shift for a lot of players. I think that's probably it can. Considering the direction that WoW is going in the way it delivers these patches, in the way it delivers all these little like micro events, that's probably like a healthy mindset to get into. Be like, you know what? I don't have to do this. I don't have to do everything. Which sounds so simple, but it's hard, right?
What you're saying is 100% true. And whereas I think there are issues with the patches at the moment, I definitely don't think that's a case of they're coming too fast or anything like that, as we go into in the weekly reset. And I think it does require players to shift their mindset slightly, because I'm the same. Like, I see that fucking Abyss Anglers thing up in my map, up there in the corner.
Yeah.
And like, I've been playing this game for 20 years. I'm so WoW pilled that I'm like, what am I losing by not doing that?
Of course.
There are I'm a fill the bar kind of guy, and I'm not doing that, so that bar is not filled, right? And it's like, what am I missing out on by not doing that? What am I losing? And because we're so used to every feature that they made, and it's absolute worst in Shadowlands and BFA, is like, well, we need people to play these features, right? So we're going to attach important rewards to them. So and that turns a smorgasbord into a shopping list, and that was the whole problem. But it's not a shopping list anymore. It is a smorgasbord, like it was always meant to be.
Yes.
So there's that thing of like, you like identify what it is you want, and then do it. And you know what? If you don't have time to do the incursions and the ritual sites now, you're not going to miss out on those rewards even, because they're not going anywhere. They're going to be there forever. This isn't like a FOMO thing. This isn't a seasonal thing. Like getting Keystone Myth Season 1 midnight, you're not going to be able to do that next season, but you can still go and do ritual sites. You can still go and get that currency. You can still go and get those rewards. Likewise, Decor Jewels, if you can find anyone to do them with. Likewise, Abyss Anglers, right? They're not going to just be there for the rest of midnight. They're going to be there forever. You're always going to be able to come back to Eversong Woods and do these things.
That's a good point. Maybe they're not selling that enough. Like, I actually think people don't think of that type of content as everlasting, as evergreen, because they're used to things just kind of disappearing with the seasons.
Exactly. And like, I think once you get into that mindset and you're like, well, what's the reason to do them? Your Warbound veteran gear or whatever, or your championship, and it's like, well, okay, sure, maybe that. And there's like your cosfer keys, your Void Light Marl, all that shit, right? And it's like, yeah, fine, whatever. But mostly it's these like cosmetic rewards. And it's like, yeah, I do want those cosmetic rewards. Is it more important than me clearing the raid while it's current? No. Is it more important than me getting Keystone Myth while I can this season? No. For me, those things are more important. And there will be a point towards the end of the season, going into 12.1, where I am actually looking for other things to do, and I'll go and do them, and I'll be really happy that there's a reason for me to log in and press buttons and stuff. I'd like it a whole lot more if I could do it leveling up my alts. That'd be great, because that's proper two birds with one stone territory right there. That would be amazing. That would be how I would really engage with it and really enjoy it. But okay, fine. And like, that's the mindset that I think players need to get into, because I don't blame them. I'm not saying you're dumb if you don't think like this. It's your fault. I'm not saying that. But I think we look at these things popping up and we hear about the new thing coming, this new event or what have you. And, even if you are in the mindset, it's another event, isn't it? It's another timed event. It's not particularly exciting, is it? And they are quite fun to go through and they're quite fun to do. But the idea of it is just like, oh, another one of these things. I get it. But yeah, it's like, why? I guess stop and think, why am I doing this? What is it I want to get from it? And you'll realize very soon that you don't have to do it all, and I think that's great. And I'd rather this content, which I'm probably going to come to at the end of the patch or at the end of the expansion or later on, I'd rather that was like dripped out over patches than all dumped in the last patch or whatever, or like
definitely.
I think I'm becoming, I think that's good. I think it's good for the game that this shit is in there. I think it's great. And just because I don't want to engage with it now, doesn't mean that I don't think it's quite cool and that I won't enjoy it later on. And I think that kind of long-termism in the game is to be encouraged, honestly. I think like, yeah, totally. I think that's really important. What I would like to see more of, and I said this in the weekly reset, and I said this last week actually, and I am even more of that mindset now. I would like to see a bit more differentiation between the purposes of the patches, and I think this might be quite important, just from an optics kind of point of view, right?
Okay,
And a simplifying things point of view, so that people don't feel overwhelmed. Because whether or not they should feel overwhelmed, whether or not, you know, oh well, you should be in the right mindset to realize you don't need to do all this stuff and you shouldn't be overwhelmed, you know, five head.
Sure.
People do feel overwhelmed,
Absolutely,
right? So
yeah, I think
what
that's
can we do
natural.
to help them? Like, not, you know? And I don't think the answer is like slower patches. My God,
No.
I can't believe people are like genuinely suggesting this.
It's a natural reaction to feeling overwhelmed. Like,
Yeah, I know, but
it's like, oh wait,
I remember the
get me
bad
off the ride. I
times.
know. Oh yeah. We do remember the bad
I
times.
remember the bad times. And like, so I think a differentiation in the purposes of 0.5 and 0.7 patches would be really, really good. Because I think those purposes are already there.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. There's a pattern. Right?
If you actually look at it, a 0.5 patch is little new systems and stuff like that, and like these events and shit like that. And a 0.7 patch is very much more story focused. You wouldn't know that with the way that they have advertised 12.0.7. Like, people look at the ominous, like the new kind of talent tree thing, and they're like, oh great, another Cersei signet for me to grind. No, it's not. No, it's not.
The Omnium?
Omnium, yeah.
Ominous.
Yeah. It's not a Cersei signet to grind. It asks nothing of you. Go along to
you just
Majesty
press.
Terrace, give them a fucking quest every week.
And that's it.
It's like rerolls. Rerolls
it's
aren't a thing you have to grind.
yeah.
You just get them, right?
No choices made on these nodes. Like, it's just.
Oh, there are choices.
Oh yeah, there are a couple.
The choice
There are
is
a
like,
couple.
do you want void orbs or do you want like a light fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
And
Pick one.
Either you can do it because you like light or you like void, or there'll be one that's better for the thing you're doing, and pick that one. Who cares? I'm gonna go void because you get cool orbs that go. It's really fun. And like, but actually, the best stuff in 12.0.7 is the story. The best stuff in there, and it won't even be there with launch, right? They've already said the story will start later.
Yes.
Like I said in the weekly reset, I would guess week 3, since there are 5 chapters to it. So that would lead us nicely into 12.1.
Makes
right?
sense, right?
And like, the story's really good. It's really good. I wish there was more of it. And I am, you know, always going to bang this drum of, for patch story content, you know, for mid-patch story content, just dump it all at once. Like,
Yeah.
just dump it all at once. I think there is always an argument to be made in MMOs for like making the story a weekly thing sometimes. I think that can be really effective. I think it was really effective with Void Spire and March on Caldenas and stuff to have like this thing that was happening over a few weeks, right? And like the developments of it. I think it worked with the War of Thorns to do that. I think in the majority of cases, though, just dumping the story all in one go, let people do it like they would a Final Fantasy patch. Like,
Sure.
let the story enjoyers enjoy the story. When I've done that on PTR and I've been allowed to play all the chapters at once, like with Undermine, like with Koresh, I enjoyed the stories way more than when they went live and I had to wait, you know, for them to be unlocked over weeks, you know?
Yeah.
Like, let the story enjoyers enjoy the story, and they enjoy it more when you just let them play all of it, right?
I'm with you.
So, like, let them do it. Let them have it. Please, God, let them have it. And I wish that I could have played the whole story, because I think PTR, unfortunately, is the best way to play the story without getting spoiled these days.
I know.
But what I would like to see is, I'd like to see them really, really lean into that. I'd like them to be like, okay, guys, you ready for the 0.5 patch? 12.0.5, 12.1.5, 12.2.5. This is the systems patch. We're doing loads of system stuff. Here's the events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I'd like to see them in the 0.7 patch be like, even though they are kind of doing this already, but they're just not making enough of it, be like, are you ready for the story patch? here it comes, guys. Loads of story coming, so people don't feel overwhelmed. They don't feel like they're getting more of the same stuff all the time. Do you know what I mean? So, because I think that's what's kind of contributing to the feeling of overwhelmingness. It's like, well, I haven't really got to grips with these kind of new timed events that are on like a half-hour timer or a 2-day timer or something like that, and you're giving me more of these events with showdowns and shit. And it's like, well, actually, it's just story, you know. And, okay, you got the one boss raid as well, but you know that's a different thing entirely as well. And like, I really like to see them lean into that. I'd like to see them be like, 0.5 is systems patch, events patch. 0.7 is story patch.
I don't hate that.
Give us more story as well.
Yeah.
Like, I really go for it, man. Really just like bop it. Give us big old story.
Yeah, I love a big old story.
Yeah. And you know, 12.0.5 has kind of got 12.0.7 Revelation has kind of got that. Yeah. So I don't know if I've got a blue bot spoiler bot here right now.
Oh, surely this is red bot.
No, this is blue bot. May I remind you of our
oh yes, please remind me
spoiler bot system
and our listeners.
So a blue bot is stuff that is visible on the PTR that Blizz are okay with being visible.
Okay.
So that's like any story quests they've put on the PTR. Basically anything you can see in the PTR without breaking it.
Okay.
You know, like, so that means dungeon journals on the PTR. Like, stuff that Blizzard isn't trying to keep secret.
Okay, got
like,
you, yeah.
It's a spoiler.
Yeah.
Of course it's a spoiler. If I tell you what happens in the story chapter right now, I've spoiled you. But it's not like... Red bot spoiler is for data mine shit. Stuff that Blizzard don't even want you to see.
Got you.
Like,
I mean,
you know, like
that's
for
arguable because data
mining voice lines. Oh yeah, it is arguable.
Whether they want you to see it or not.
Yeah,
but yes,
exactly.
Okay.
So the blue bot spoiler is stuff that, obviously it's a spoiler.
It's on the PTR.
Clues in the name, but it's on the PTR. It's visible. Blizz are like, okay, you can see this. You know, and a red bot spoiler is something which, we've had to dig and find and kind of maybe break something to get, which there's a lot of, you know.
Yes.
So we are going to go into blue bot spoiler territory here.
Yes.
I'm sorry that I don't have the graphic for the people watching.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder where he went.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey. Okay. So it's a red bot spoiler because I don't have the blue bot spoiler graphic. Wait a minute. Maybe we can change it. Hang on.
You can do.
Yeah. As soon as I find it again, where did it go? Oh, there it is.
There he is.
Okay, I'm sure I can just change the image. Hang on.
Yeah. If you've got that.
Oh, there we go. Look.
You got that? Yay! There he is.
Okay, blue bot spoiler bot time. That's me. I'm professional. Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's kind of sitting on my head.
There he is.
Where's my blue bot spoiler bot hat?
Yeah. Sitting on your head.
Yeah. So.
So from this point forward, we'll be talking about the 12.0.7 story quests, which, like Tally says, are on the PTR. But if you don't want to hear about them, just mute us. Just mute us.
And maybe don't look at chat while we're talking about it.
Yeah.
You'll know when we've stopped because I'll have taken the blue bot off if I
Exactly. And we'll mark this in the VOD as well for people watching later.
If you're listening on a like podcast listening platform, might be a bit more complicated. Apologies. Wait, let me open my group again so people can come back into the...
Oh.
Start the group.
Hold on a second.
Are you the group leader? Can you start the group?
I am in the group.
Oh, okay. You put the group back on group finally.
Let's see.
You are the leader. Okay, so...
Start a group.
Lots of things to talk about here, the main thrust of which you'll have gathered from the title and thumbnail of this podcast. But the title, the story starts off quite nicely, I think. You get summoned to the den, the Haranir there, because they want to reveal a bit of a secret to the Blood Elves. And to the Night Elves, and to the Nightborn, and to the High Elves, and the Rendorai, the Void Elves, and also to the Amani Trolls, and also to the Darkspear Trolls, and also to the Zandalari Trolls.
That's a big crowd.
Love the Zandalari Trolls.
Yeah,
so
good to
glad
see them.
they're about. And so you get this gathering there, and you know it's one of my favorite things where you just get to go around and talk to a whole bunch of characters for a long time. Love that shit.
Yeah,
that shit's incredibly exciting.
I love a good gathering.
Yeah, and what is actually like really pleasing about it? There's been a lot of talk about was the unification of the elves too quick. You know, are we going to be ignoring kind of unresolved differences that were maybe put aside for a little bit for the March on Keldanas, and like, are we going to pretend that they're not there anymore just because we all fought in the same army for a bit, or are we going to actually come and revisit that and stuff like that? We actually asked Paul Cuba about that, and he said, no, we will come back to it and we will look at stuff.
Thanks, Paul.
If I'm completely honest with you, I didn't believe him.
It did feel a little bit boilerplate. It did feel a little like, yeah, definitely. I hear your concerns.
There are signs he might be telling the truth.
Yeah.
Fair play, Paul, because I know the internet's been giving you a bit of shit for that interview, and fair play, he might be telling the truth on that one. And so you go and you talk to all these characters, and they're all like, "Oh, I fucking hate all these guys."
Yeah, everyone else here.
Suck.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know we all just fought together for a bit, but these guys, they fucking suck, man. I hate them. We got generations of war and murder, going back. We got a bad history, right? So, it's great. Like seeing Rokan as leader of the Dark Spear, you forget, and then you're like, oh, you're cool. I like you. You know, I mean, you're like, kind of Temu last troll guy, but he's cool, right? Vol'jin. Yeah, but I like him. He's good, and so that's a good setup. And then there's a cutscene which is not in the game yet.
Ooh.
But let me pull up my file. Actually, I'm gonna open
okay.
I'm gonna open my drive. So might just everything seems all right. Sometimes when I'm streaming I open my drive, I have little problems, but
shows
it looks
everything.
like we're okay here. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it might take a little moment. So the cutscene comes up and it reveals that the Haranir have revealed to all of the trolls and all of the elves that are gathered that they share a common ancestor, and that they're all related from way back when.
Oh.
And I know what you're thinking.
Oh.
You're thinking, we knew that. Why is that news? And you're right. We did kind of know that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like common knowledge that the elves and
trolls are linked, right? In some way.
The dark trolls. We even know who they were. They were the dark trolls.
Yeah.
They were hanging out by the Well of Eternity, and it had like magical effects on them. But some of the dark trolls were like, nah, and they fucked off. And the ones that stayed there turned into night elves. We know this. This is like the history.
We know this through the internet and Wowpedia and
but I think
a common WoW knowledge, right?
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. And there are two issues with this kind of reveal, right? Before we get onto anything else, and one is like, I thought we knew this, and I'm not sure if this is like a, and the other is actually that the change in it does change something, and it's not great. But so first of all, did we all know this thing? I mean, people point to like quests in Suramar. When you're getting ready for the March of Suramar before Nighthold, and like a lot of the elves are all there gathering together, Horde and Alliance, to march on Suramar. And one of the world quests back then had the Horde side going into like the Night Elf camps and leaving like little kind of carvings of trolls and stuff, and like graffiti being like, your ancestors, ha 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 ha, as if they're not all descended from trolls at some point, right? But yeah, and like so there's definitely a case to be made that everyone knew this shit. And I mean, I don't know, what do you think?
It has felt like common knowledge in the WoW community for the past several years. Maybe just because we are very connected to that community. For like a player who isn't particularly online, that will probably be a surprise, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe. I'm not even sure it would be though. I know. But I mean, the argument is like, do the characters in game know it? I don't care about like people.
Oh, I have no idea if the characters in game know. Actually, I haven't really considered it that way.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, asking you to consider it right now. You don't think like.
I don't know. I would think that they do.
Right.
I would guess that they do.
Well, apparently they don't.
Oh, okay.
Apparently it's quite a revelation to all of them. Here we go.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Zul'jan arrives at the gathering. Blah 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 blah. Okay. She goes on to reveal that they all descend from a common ancestry. So that's pretty vague.
Who tells them that?
Like the
Mother Hagar.
Mother Hagar, the Haranir girl.
Yeah.
But so the implication though because obviously we don't know the words that are said in the cinematic. Right?
Okay.
But the implication from what people are saying afterwards is that they don't actually all descend from a common ancestry, or they do, but that common ancestry is the Haranir. Like, it's like they were all Haranir, and it was Haranir that were up there, and then the Haranir split up, and like some Haranir went looking for like the voice, the Radiant Song, and went down to the cradle and stuff like that, which we know.
Yeah.
But I mean, they didn't change. They were always Haranir, and the Haranir that got left up on the surface changed into Dark Trolls. You know,
is that
that's the implication from the language that they're using in little speeches
in
afterwards,
the quests and
when,
stuff.
when you talk to characters afterwards.
Wow. Okay.
So maybe that's not true, but that's what it, you know.
Okay.
Like, because I always pictured it as being there was a common ancestor, and then that common ancestor split off, and the ones that went looking for the Radiant Song became Haranir, and the ones that stayed up became Dark Trolls.
Yeah.
And many of you will think, like, what's the fucking difference? Who cares? But for me, if they were just Haranir to begin with, and then the Haranir that split off and just didn't change, and then the ones that stayed up there became Dark Trolls, that's not the same as having a common ancestor.
Absolutely. No,
that's like, you were all Haranir once, and now you're not.
That places Haranir as like the ultimate OG race from which other races are descended, and that's a huge deal.
And I don't like it. It's not as interesting.
No, I don't think so either. I maybe that's going to be changed. Maybe that's not totally set in stone.
Well, I would like, and that tally would be like evolution actually works. Well, I mean, not really.
No, but
there are loads of kind of like common ancestors for loads of different species that don't exist anymore because they split off and all turned into different things, right? And like, you know, we've seen how easily species change in World of Warcraft. Like, Jesus Christ, the night elves that split off because they wanted to continue practicing magic and went to the Eastern Kingdoms, they turned into high elves like that. You know, like there was no kind of like, you know.
But I think something as like, oh, these are the originals, right? Like this race that has just been introduced in War Within, and you troll players, night elf players, you know, who have been playing like from day one, not as important. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of the
Plus,
like the implication. I understand why people would be frustrated
from
with
an
that.
evolutionary point of view. It's like, well, you're telling me that the Haranir were up on the surface with all like those spines and fungus and like undergroundy shit. Really?
Yeah.
It's like, it makes more sense if like that became part of them because they were underground looking for the Radiant Song, right?
Yeah, sure.
Like for me, and okay, lots of you aren't going to care about this. Lots of you don't think it's a difference. But for me, I realize it's stupid, but it matters to me. I think it would have been way better if they'd all been Dark Trolls. And the Dark Trolls had split off. And like the Dark Trolls that stayed up there became night elves because they were by the Well of Eternity, as we already know. And the other Dark Trolls that went off somewhere else, like, you know, there aren't any Dark Trolls basically anymore. But they're the ones that stayed as Dark Trolls. And the Dark Trolls that went underground became the Haranir and stuff like that. I'd like to see the Dark Trolls be the kind of, if there is a common ancestor that is still around.
Oh, I agree.
Be that. Just 'cause it would change less of the lore. It would be more interesting for me personally. It would make more sense with the whole like undergroundy vibe of the Haranir. Right?
I feel, and again, like, you know, I feel like more players would be comfortable with the idea of it's like, oh, hey, trolls, like dark trolls. We all come from this thing. This is familiar. This is old. This has been in the game for a long time. This is fine. But I think, you know, introducing Haranir is like, oh no, we are the OGs, actually. We've been here all along. And I have a feel, I don't think that's going to stick.
I think it's playing into critics' hands. I think like ain't escaping the Haranir are the chosen people allegations with that one. And then you get like really, really stupid comments like, this sounds like a push for BLM, saying that the first people were black, aka Haranir, as if trolls aren't black anyway, right?
Okay.
Yeah, like, it's like, I hate to fucking break it to you, but the trolls are always kind of being
I'm
like,
really glad I've
just,
never encountered that comment in the wild.
But what I mean is it gives ammunition to people to make comments like that. And it's like, it could just been easier to have avoided that, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like interesting. I know that like from the very second Haranir were introduced, people have been referring to them as like proto trolls, right? So it fits in with that, and in fact, discovered a really, really interesting interview
okay.
with Maria, and who's the awesome guy that we interviewed with Maria in Gamescom?
Gabe?
Pardon? No, not Gabe. Sorry. Anyway, I'll come back to it. But not Gabe, isn't it?
Okay.
It's not what I'm talking about. But there's an interview from before Dragonflight.
Oh, okay.
Where they say we're gonna meet proto trolls in Dragonflight.
Oh.
It's a throwaway line. They're talking about all the things we're going to see. We're saying you're going to see like volcanoes and like lava and shit, and you're going to meet proto trolls. It's like there's an interview where they say we're going to meet proto trolls in Dragonflight. Obviously, we don't. Now we know they were probably talking about the Haranir. So we're like, were the Haranir originally going to be in Dragonflight?
Oh wow.
We really have been pushing them back. But like, what I mean is, people have always used the term proto-trolls to refer to the Haranir.
Sure. Proto-elves.
So, okay, fine. I'm obviously just making a mountain out of this molehill, but for me, it doesn't sit quite right. That's
No, I agree with you completely. And it just feels silly. I don't want to use the term shoehorning, but it's like, yeah, we've introduced this whole new race of, you know, these kind of cool, like, yeah, proto-elven mushroom people, quill boar people, and... you know, they're fun. They're cool. I'm happy for them to be there. But then to be like, they're very, very important. They're actually kind of, and it's like, that feels.
They think okay. So I've said this a million times, but I don't think this actually changes what I like about the Haranir. The thing I like about the Haranir, because everyone's like, oh, they're like Mary Sue's. They're like this super important chosen race, and it's like, no, they're not. They're shit. Like,
they kind of fuck up.
The thing I like about them is how shit they are.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely, because I think it's quite clever.
Yeah.
You know how like the thing I like about A Realm Reborn, just because I was watching some old videos, like is that the moment Realm Reborn was sold to me was when you know when Alphenio was putting together his little kind of like gang of like grizzled old soldiers.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is bullshit. This is dumb, man, because like this is Alphenio, he's like a kid, and he's getting all these old soldiers together. There's no way these old soldiers will follow him. That's so stupid, because I was so convinced it was just showing us how great Alphenio was. And then later on, they all just turn on him. They all just like overthrow him and do a mutiny. And you're like, oh shit. And that's the minute I was sold on the Realm Reborn, because I was like, that's brilliant. I was not expecting them to actually do the thing that they should have done. You know, which is like obviously turn on this kid and be like, fuck off, posh boy. And like that's exactly what they do, and I love that. And I love with Haranir that everyone's like, oh, they're the chosen people, but they shoehorned them in as the chosen people. It's like they think they are maybe, but they're definitely not.
No.
And it's like they were like, okay, we can hear the song. Let's go and find the song. And then they spend like thousands of years getting to the center of the earth so they can find the song. And when they get there, the world soul's gone.
Yeah, they're like, oh.
And they're like, what should we do? Should we carry on looking for it? And then they're like, nah. The end. Yeah. They're fucking useless. And then they stay underground. They don't even know what's going on up there. And then, even worse, it turns out, if you've been doing your Haranir legendary quests, which I know you have been, then like it turns out some of them actually knew that the World Soul had been stolen and imprisoned. The reason they were there is like, we're going to dedicate ourselves to the World Soul. Let's go and find it.
Yeah.
And it's like they give up instantly when they get to the place where they thought it was and it wasn't there. And then some of them know that it's been imprisoned. Their god has been imprisoned, and they purposely don't tell anyone else because they're like, oh, we can't tell the rest of the Haranir because the rest of the Haranir will want to go and rescue it. Yes. And that's like being like, oh, don't phone the fire brigade and tell them that our house is on fire. They'll only want to come and put the fire out. Yeah. Yes. That's why we want to tell them. Right? And so the Haranir, they're fucking useless.
Well, yeah.
They're so dumb. But I love that about
spoiler
them.
bot's gone.
Oh, where did the spoiler bot go? Why?
Where did he go?
Why did it go? I guess because I changed the, okay, sorry, yeah. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah. Just in case someone jumps on and sees a spoiler.
You're quite right. Sorry. Yeah, I don't have the spoiler bot on this one.
Oh no.
Oh no, I do.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, there you That's better. Just
no
leave that up there.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know why it's this. Oh, I can't do it.
Yeah,
it's just me there. Sorry.
Just leave them.
So like, you know, Wild, absolutely wild.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that as a criticism. I actually think that's good. I think that's good writing. They're useless. They're scared. They're insular. They're just not as cool as everyone assumes that Blizz want them to be. And I think that's on purpose, and I really like it. And them being the kind of progenitors of all the trolls and elves, I kind of takes them back into that territory a little bit, which is why I'm a bit averse to it. I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But no, like yeah, people say that the lore of the Harrenhal doesn't make sense, but that's because they come to it with the assumption that Blizz wants them to be Mary Sues. Because if you're like, oh, the Harrenhal are Mary Sues, then the lore doesn't make sense. But it's your assumption which is wrong. It's not the lore. If you just take the lore as it is, it's like, oh no, yeah, the Harrenhal make perfect sense. They're shit. They're just rubbish.
Yeah.
Like they suck. And I think that's intended genuinely.
Yeah.
Anyway, like the different people have different reactions to this.
Yes.
Liadrin is surprisingly chill about it, and they say that it's always been like rumored that this was the case, and I guess it's one of those things that some people know better than others depending on which culture you come from,
right?
And like there are people that believe we haven't been to the moon. Maybe you'd put it at the level of like Noah's Ark. Okay, we've all heard the story of Noah's Ark. Some people believe it to be literal fact. Some people believe it to be kind of based in fact, but not really. And some people just don't think it happened at all, right? Now, if that turned out to be true, and Noah's Ark exactly as told in the Bible happened, then there would be people who weren't surprised about it at all. There'd be people who were like, yeah, no shit, we've known this all along. But there'd be people who were very surprised and upset about it. And there's some people who haven't even heard of Noah's Ark probably in the world. Many people, I'd imagine, who would be like, "Oh, this is all news to me."
Yeah.
Like, so I guess that's the way you should think about it. It's like just because something is well known and sort of like I got you. I don't believe Noah's Ark happened, just for the record, just so I don't get any.
I don't think so either.
Okay, good. So like Liadrin's pretty chill about it, and again you get this great stuff where it's like, why did the Harrenhal tell us this? Like, do they think we're going to be friends now? I fucking hate these guys. They suck.
What's their motivation?
Exactly. And a lot of like just reminding us how much they will hate each other, which I think is really important, really good after the like all the March and Caldana stuff. Plus, Zul'jan is there with the Dark Spear.
Oh, hell yeah.
No idea why. He's apparently just really important in the Dark Spear now.
He's just an important guy.
And he's got voice lines. And Zul'jan is back with voice lines. How great is that?
Oh, that's exciting.
I was like genuinely excited.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Happy to see him back.
So excited to see Talanji. And it's really funny. Talanji's there like surrounded by all these guards. Just like she's going like no one's getting near her. It's really funny.
Yeah.
And Zappy boys all like, oh, I think this is a really great thing. And everyone's like, shut up.
Everyone's like, shut up.
Why are you even here, dude? What the fuck, man? And one of the people who has the most negative reactions about it is the main topic of our discussion today, Zul'jan.
Like a soft J.
Zul'jan. And he's like,
Zul'jan.
This is some bullshit. And he's so angry about it, and he storms out.
Okay.
And Orwena, who knows him, is like, Zul'jan, I promise you this is true, and I can give you proof. And he's like, nah. And they take them down to the Den of Echoes.
Okay.
And I gotta say, what's your feeling about Harrenhal as a zone in Midnight? Where does it sit on the pantheon of zones for you?
I really like it. I really enjoy it. It's probably like my least visited zone at the moment.
Yeah, probably.
The one that I spend the least time in until I start farming my moths, and then I'll be all over it.
Your moths.
Moths.
No, I was just repeating like to emphasize.
Yes.
Yeah, your moths.
Yeah.
Explain.
Well, you collect the moths to get the Dust Lord title, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, until then, that's all.
Why do you want the Dust Lord? Why do you want Ben Shapiro's wife's title? Just in case you're ever role playing as Ben Shapiro's wife.
I just think it's a really cool title.
Okay.
It would.
Do you really relate to it? Is that the thing?
It would suit a Vulpera. I think it's very cute.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Yeah. True.
But yes, other the Harrenhal, I haven't
explored that zone very much.
I haven't spent loads of time there. No.
And like you know, Harrenhal has got like these big cave networks and stuff like that. And you know that my favorite delve is the underground Harrenhal delve.
Yeah, I'm always there. I'm
so
always
cool.
doing the whatever memories.
And going into the Den of Echoes again with Zul'jan, you're like, oh shit, this is cool.
Okay, yeah,
this
yeah.
is really cool down here. It's fucking awesome. And they go down there, and you know, they're like, she shows him a vision of the Amani trolls' greatest victory.
Oh, okay.
Which was, they don't go into specifics about it. They don't name the enemy, but it's the Black Empire, and it's like it's the
cool.
you know, it's the old gods and stuff like that, and it's Kithix. Okay,
yeah.
So we know from Chronicle that Kithix was a Black Empire general, like the baddest Black Empire general, and the Amani trolls defeated him, and he is underneath a talisman.
Okay.
Right, so that ritual site, there's probably quite a lot of meaning as to why the Twilight's Blade want to do a ritual there.
There you go. Makes
because
sense.
according to Chronicle, Kithix, this Black Empire general, is buried under there. We talked about this on the Weekly Reset a couple of times now, when we've been speculating about 12.1. And they don't mention Kithix by name, but they use like the Black Empire kind of like big dude, like kind of
one arm, like I love that guy. That's like my favorite Black Empire model.
Like the guy in Zandalari in BFA, right? You know, the big guy who comes along and like zaps the Pinkamid and breaks the big wheel and stuff. So that baddie, I forget what his name is, but that baddie was supposed to be called Kithix.
Oh.
In the files, he was called Kithix.
Interesting.
Like and they changed it to whatever his name turned out, Sithix or something, I think, in the end. And in fact, where he comes back to life in BFA was called the Isle of Fangs.
Oh.
So I think they were going to do a Kithix storyline in BFA and then change their mind. We're like, no, that's too much of a retcon. It's supposed to be in Zul'jan. We'll wait till we go back to Mithrax. Thank you. And you know, we'll wait until we go back to Zul'jan one day and we'll do it then. And lo and behold, they're doing it now. So they haven't forgotten about Kithix. He's still there.
Good news.
Yeah. And let's see if I can just like move this spoiler bot. Where's it gone? I can't even find it anymore.
There we go. Up.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
There he goes.
There we are. Just move that out of the way so I can actually show you something on screen.
You can just put him there.
Yeah,
there we
put
go.
him there. Put him there.
Big boy.
And so they don't mention Kithix by name, I don't think, but she takes him to the Den of Echoes and shows him this vision of the Armani battle.
Okay.
And shows him this vision of how they actually defeated Kithix. And it turns out it's not quite how Zul'jan had been taught. Because Zul'jan had been taught that all of like the Armani came together. This is an important part of Zul'jan's character, right?
Okay.
All the Armani came together, and against all odds, they defeated this Black Empire general. But it's revealed that actually that's not what happened. Instead, a bunch of priests, Armani priests, came together, and they did a big ritual, and they pulled out of the Rift of Aln a nightmare.
Okay.
So just like the Dream Rift boss, Chimeras. Chimeras is like a nightmare, a literal kind of cry of pain from the World Soul. When the World Soul was stolen from the cradle, there was this cry of pain, created the Rift of Aln, and like there are nightmares in there. Chimeras is one of them. Well, there was another one who they pulled out themselves to fight against Kithix, and that was the snake nightmare, we'll call it Ula-tek.
Ula-tek.
They called it Ula-tek. And I've got some film here of them all fighting.
Oh,
There's Ula-tek right there. This big snake, which Ula-tek is mentioned in the RPG, the World of Warcraft RPG.
Oh, that's a deep cut. I love that.
Yeah, and
cool.
Like is on a map of Zul'jan that was made for vanilla and never got used.
Wow. Okay.
Like of like Zul'jan, and like the Isle of Fangs is there as well, and stuff like that. So you know, if you've been following our speculation on the weekly reset, we've been talking about this a lot. This is why I'm not a lore genius who just has all this to hand. Like I've been doing a lot of research on this, and we talked about it a lot. So Ula-tek defeated Kithix. They never say it's Kithix, but it is Kithix.
Okay.
And whether or not they then buried Kithix under Zul'jan, like it says in Chronicle, I'd imagine they probably did. And then they've got Ula-tek, right? And they're like, well, thanks, Ula-tek, but you're fucked up. You're a nightmare.
Yeah.
You suck. You're very dangerous. So they locked up Ula-tek as well.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if they locked up Ula-tek in the same place as Kithix or what. Who knows?
Okay.
But Ula-tek is locked up somewhere. And Zul'jan does not believe this at all.
Right.
Zul'jan's like, this is bullshit. No way. That's not what happened. This must be lies. The Amali alone won this victory. And storms off, right?
Right, yeah.
His uncle, however,
Kinduru.
thank you, is like, maybe it did happen. Who knows? Maybe there's some records of it
Maybe there's
somewhere. Let's have a
something to
look,
it, yeah.
right? And we go looking for some records of it. And in doing so, we uncover a floating mask. A floating troll mask. And this floating troll mask, the uncle doesn't remember it ever being there before.
Okay.
And Mask is like, oh, I don't remember who I am. I don't understand.
Right, it's talking to you. Got
Yeah,
you.
exactly. And we're all like, And then someone mentions Ula-tek, and the Mask is like, oh, Ula-tek? Who defeated the Black Empire guy? And it's like, oh, what's going on here? And then this Mask mentions that they used it as a weapon. And as soon as they mention weapon, Zul'jan's eyes light up. And Zul'jan is like, a weapon? That would be awesome. Here
That's
he is,
exactly
the
what we
Funnel
need,
Amani
right?
mask. Yeah. And he's like, wait, a weapon? That would be great. We could do with that. And
Okay.
It's not a lower, right? It's not a lower.
Yeah, because Zul'jan is not into the lower.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, we didn't need their help, right?
No, exactly. But
Right,
but wait,
okay.
someone I can just a lower that I don't have to kind of prostrate myself to.
Yeah.
I can just like
weapon
dominate
that I
them
can
and use
use.
them as a memory.
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
So we start following this mask's instructions. We go like to various temples and stuff and try and uncover like the history and it turns out Ula-tek definitely was a thing.
Okay.
And Zul'jan is like really into this. And obviously the uncle is like, I'm not sure this is a good idea. And he's like charming and wonderful everywhere he goes because he's brilliant. And anytime we spend with the uncle, it's just fantastic. I love him so much. But we go and we do all this stuff and we find all these clues and stuff like that. And we realize that there is like a fang of Ula-tek, which is being kept somewhere. Okay. Oh, and you even have to go into the den of the Mycera Caverns dungeon as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
We realize that there's this fang, and it's hidden in the shrine of Kulzi, right in Zul'jan. And as you get there, you get this lovely view of the big island off to the east.
Nice.
And we go through all this process of the fang, and this mask has just been pushing. Every time the uncle is like, I don't think we should be doing this. We should go and tell Zul'jara or something like that. The mask is like, yeah, but it was. Oh, I remember it's such a great weapon. I don't remember who I am or anything like that, but I remember it's this really, really good weapon. It'd just be so good, wouldn't it?
So Zul'jara is not in the picture, right? She's just busy.
Yeah.
And this is another example of Zul'jan kind of like doing
just going off on his own and doing a thing, right? So we try and break open this little kind of shrine to get the thing. And all the spirits are like, the guardian spirits are like, no, that's such a bad idea, stop it. And we're like, well, we'll help him. So anyway, then a cinematic plays. Now we're on to like big spoilers here, right? Zul'jan
big spoilers
has found the fang of Ula-tek. Kinduru warns him that the dagger contains dark magic. The dagger starts to glow with terrible energy. Kinduru lunges forward to protect Zul'jan, but a massive explosion occurs. And we black out. Zul'jan wakes and finds Kinduru died in the blast.
Oh.
Kinduru, my favorite.
No way.
Deaded. Zul'jan wakes and finds Kinduru died in the blast. Zul'jan is shocked The floating mask reemerges. The mask blames the death on the Loa's failures. It reveals it is the spirit of Hex Lord Malakras, which was kind of hinted at throughout questing, but I wanted to bury the lead on that one.
Nice.
Oh, wait a minute. Zul'jan has the chance to finish what they started by using the dagger to claim the power of Ula-tek. Zul'jan takes the dagger and leaves with Malakras.
Wait, so Malakras was working with Zul'jan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
okay.
we'll go over all this in a second. But
Yeah.
Zul'jan is one of like Malakras is one of the baddies.
Yes.
With Zul'jan from way back, right? The man behind the mask, indeed. Then we go and tell Zul'jara, and she's like, "Oh fucking hell!"
Yeah.
And then we have to do the funeral rites for the uncle,
Oh,
just like we did the funeral rites before in questing. Do you remember?
Oh no!
And
no!
Zul'jara's like, "That fucking boy."
Yeah, of course she is.
And that's the end of the questing for that week.
No.
Yeah, and Orwenya's like, "This is my fault. I'm really sorry. I will help you out."
Yeah.
And that's the end of that chapter.
Wow.
So, apart from that just being a cracking little yarn, which I really enjoyed,
It is a cracking little yarn.
it raises questions about Zul'jan.
Yes.
We don't have as much time to talk about this as I'd originally planned. Sorry,
Gonna have to be a quick one.
there is this thing where when I played all the leveling on the alpha throughout the troll zone, for me, it was very much leaving Zul'jan as being a baddie at the end. Like, he was looking out at the Isle of Fangs. It was obvious that was going to be a patch zone. He was like, wouldn't it be great if we just didn't have to fuck with the Loa? Wouldn't it be awesome?
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy for my sister and everything, but fuck the Loa.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he sounds a bit like a baddie.
Yeah.
But then when I played it in the actual game, and he comes back and he's at the party and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, he's clearly pissed off and feels a bit silly.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's gonna be a baddie. I think that's a really nice little story there. And I don't know, man. Now I think he's gonna be a baddie again.
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so?
I don't think he is.
Explain.
I think it's too well. We've already lost someone, right? We've lost Kanduru, right? We've had a death, right? That's already happened.
Yeah, but isn't that to like properly villain bat Zul'jan though?
I don't think.
To dislike Zul'jan?
I don't know. No, it's because he messed up, and that's okay. Like it's okay for him to mess up, and I think this, he hears about Ula-tek, and he thinks of it as a source of power, right? It's a weapon. It's the thing that can protect the Amani. It's a thing that he can harness for the Amani to protect his people.
Yeah.
And that impulse to try and protect people is not bad on its own. It's the way in which it's kind of being manifested. And then, with the whole Malakras and Zul'jan thing, and I remember, and I read some lines where Zul'jan, he memories of Zul'jan pop up a lot, and he's like, my grandfather would have understood me. He would have gotten me, Well,
and don't forget, Zul'jan is like explicitly based on Zul'jin's design as well.
Yeah.
Zul'jara looks like just a character.
Yeah.
Zul'jan, he's got the purple cloak.
Yeah, he does.
He's got
he
similar hair and
references
stuff.
that,
He's very obviously supposed to invoke Zul'jan.
Yeah, but because of that, there is no way that they'll just kill him off. He's going to be the one who takes those lessons. He faces many of the same issues as Zul'jan. He can be tempted by power and corrupting power. Yeah. But he's the one who's not going to fall for it, or he's the one who's going to be helped through it by Zul'jara and his friends. His instinct to seek out Ula-tek and to harness it is it's going to be overridden by us finding Ula-tek and then us all having to band together and destroy it, right? Or something, right? I truly do not believe that Zul'jan will be killed off in this story. I think it's too good. I think it's too good to end like that. It would feel stupid.
Maybe.
If he was just murdered, right?
Well, by us.
Yeah.
I mean, he wouldn't just be murdered. He'd be like a raid boss.
A raid boss, right? Exactly. Yeah. People are like, he's going to be. I think it would be. I can't see.
But you can't see him basically being corrupted by So I agree with you.
Yeah.
And the reason I like Zul'jan so much is because he's wrong, but he is coming from a good place.
Yeah.
And like he comes from a sympathetic place. It's like,
Yes,
well,
yeah.
dude, like everyone just pushes us around. You
Yeah.
know, like we're
Yeah.
fucking nothing without these lower who, in my mind, sometimes just fuck off and leave us to deal with it. So what's the point in that? Like, I just want to have agency is what he really wants, you know. So there are characters that chase power for power's sake because they want to be powerful and they want to like boss people around, and that's not Zul'jan. He's like, we don't have agency. We don't have control over our own fate. Our own fate. We literally cannot protect ourselves. That's why he went after the Lightwood.
Yeah,
And that's why he's going after Ula-tek as well. So like his motives are very, I don't want to say admirable, but they're sympathetic. You can understand it, right?
Yeah.
But he is wrong. He's literally getting manipulated by Malakras. Right
Exactly,
now, you know?
exactly.
Who's whispering in his ear. And it's that thing of like, okay, that is a really interesting villain backstory, but it's still potentially just a villain backstory.
Yeah.
It's still like, well, yeah, and that's why poor old Zul'jan was manipulated and becoming like the raid boss in the Isle of Fangs raid or whatever, and we kill him.
He could become a raid boss, but then we don't kill him.
Sure.
We just convince him by fighting him.
I think he'll definitely be a raid boss no matter what, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
exactly. So I can see him being a raid boss for sure. But I don't see him being killed. I don't see him being like, you know, yeeted out of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hope not. And I really hope, like, even if he does just turn out to be a villain at this point, he's still a very interesting villain, right? So even if they do, like, villain bat him,
I don't think he's going to be a villain.
I really hope not, because I really like him.
Yeah, no, exactly. And villains can be likable. Villains can be cool. He's not a villain. He's just a good guy. He's a good guy doing his best.
Yeah.
He's messing up along the way. No, he doesn't scream villain to me.
And I think the one saving grace, the one kind of like hope that I have that he'll get through all of this and be better for it rather than dead for it, is how much play they've made on his support for his sister. Like you've got that whole short story, where he's like, he's got her back the whole time, right?
Yeah.
And
she has his.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you know, she's not there going, oh, he's gone too far this time or what have you. She's just like, a fucking boy.
Yeah.
You know, and
like, again.
Yeah. And like I get it. And I really hope they don't, because I find him such a nuanced and interesting character. And the more I think about it, the more I love that interaction, because I also think that Tyrallion is a character that has been unfairly maligned by a large part of the community. I actually think his story is a lot more nuanced and subtle and satisfying than people are giving it credit for. And I love that scene between him and Zul'jan in the questing. That's like
it's
full
great.
cinematic as well. And I think that's two very nuanced characters who should remain nuanced, and I think Zul'jan's just great. I like him anyway because he gives a great performance. Like the voice actor does a great job. And yeah, I really want to see him. I don't want to just see him be redeemed at the moment of his death or whatever.
No, I don't think he's going to die.
Like, I was wrong, so now I'm going to sacrifice myself to save the hero and my sister and stuff. I don't want that.
That doesn't ring true to me.
No,
that
exactly.
feels silly to me.
Because that's like the second most obvious thing that can happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And I want him to go on a journey. I want him to like instantly realize that releasing Ula-tek was the wrong thing to do or whatever, and then join us in the raid.
Of course,
or
he'll
whatever.
be like, oh, I messed up, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to do right by everyone.
That's what I want. That's what I really want.
I can get that. I get that.
I mean, I guess Malakras might be a boss in the raid as well. Then, which would be super interesting.
That would be pretty cool.
And everything is kind of lined up for Kithix to be a boss in the raid as well. And honestly, that's who I want to be the final boss of the raid. Kithix. I want a big fucking black empire.
What an asymmetrical tentacle guy.
Yeah.
Just slapping you with his one big
Absolutely.
tentacle. I love those dudes.
I want it to be a dragon riding boss.
Oh.
I want him to like bust out of the mountain or something.
Cool.
And be like, "Ooh," and we're like flying around. I don't fucking know.
Yes.
Dropping snakes on him. It's like, I heard you hate snakes. Right?
Yeah.
I think that'd be really, really cool. So yeah, I love so I mean, but there's a thing of like, yeah, I think a lot of people assume it's gonna be Ula-tek, but who's Ula-tek there to defeat, right? Who is Ula-tek maybe buried with, right? And that's Kithix. And I just think Kithix would be a much cooler final boss than Ula-tek.
Yeah.
Especially like if those models that they use in that vision are correct.
Yeah.
The Ula-tek boss doesn't look so great.
Kithix looks like a fucking badass. Like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I think Zul'jan's not going to die. I don't think they're going to kill him.
Okay, I guess we're like I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. And yeah, having Ula-tek actually turn out to be an ally in the fight against Kithix.
Right.
Like, maybe we have to fight Ula-tek to, like, tame her.
Yeah, or maybe we set Ula-tek free. Maybe we don't try and control her or it.
I guess she's been unfairly imprisoned as well.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, okay, I get this. And so, like, we actually use her in the fight against
Yeah.
in the fight against Kithix. Oh, wouldn't that be great if they, like, recreate the vision? So, like, the final boss fight is Kithix fighting with Ula-tek, and we're, like, flying around, kind of, like, I don't know, enabling a big cannon or, like, whatever, or, like, to actually, like, nail Kithix.
Yeah.
Or, like, zap them both to the Rift of Alm or something.
Yeah.
Or, like, that
I
would
like
be
this.
cool.
Yeah. You never know.
They should have got me on board earlier. I can save this rate. Okay,
Too late
Blizz, don't villain back my boy.
No.
I get it's probably too late at this point if you have already. It's been written and made. But don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, I'm glad we're in agreement.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, good.
Like we all
Keep
love.
Zul'jan
I wish we
around.
could talk about that for a bit
I know.
longer,
Well,
considering I made it the thumbnail.
Exactly. I think maybe we'll get to it in the next one, in the weekly reset, maybe.
Yeah, or certainly when 12.1 or when 12.0.7 comes out.
Because I think there's some really interesting discussions around like the stories in Midnight around like belief, like what different characters believe
right.
in, you know. Turalian, Illyria, Zul'jan, like, you know, do we believe in these like gods, Loas, powers, or do we do things ourselves? You know, or is there, you know, do we need to believe in the power of our friends?
Well, and like
Right.
another
So-
very strong theme that I heard Discordian Kitty mention actually.
Oh, yeah.
Was another strong theme in Midnight is obviously like, you know, finding the balance between various forces. And, you know, like obviously the very obvious one is light and void, right? But then you've also got that dynamic between Zul'jara and Zul'jan, right? They are very opposing forces.
They are.
But they're kin and they look out for each other
Yeah.
and they have each other's backs.
Yeah, I like
and like
that.
this could be another case of like learning to balance those forces,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
that would
I like
fit in
that.
the themes of Midnight, and I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Super
Okay,
cool.
well, let's go on to
Right
the super
then.
chats then,
Super
and we
chat
will
time.
come back to this.
Definitely.
I'm sure
We will.
at various
More to talk
times
about.
throughout the PTR process. But I'll
Right.
turn the spoiler bot off now.
Yay, spoiler bot is off. It is super chat time. Thank you so much to Caio Fernandez. Lovely to see you. Hi, guys. We'll catch you on the podcast later. Telly, thank you for the Amani question in the interview about them becoming available for players. I have hope. Give us Amani playable. Blizz,
Yes.
have a good day.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yes,
agree.
please.
I want to look like
I
Zul'jara.
mean, look, here's the thing, because they're not making them.
She looks awesome.
You know, we've basically been told they're not making them
Yeah.
customization options to the Dark Spear. That leaves the door open for them just being full on, like, allied race.
Could be.
Allied racist, that shit, man.
Give me that.
Yeah.
I'm in. Thank you, Caio. Next one is from Mr. Bacon and Legs. Thank you so much. David Attenborough turns 100
Wow.
on the 8th. That's tomorrow.
You can
Happy
do it,
early
Dave.
birthday, David.
You can do it, bro.
Oh,
Like, so,
That's
you know,
amazing.
I did a play with Michael Attenborough directing, who is his nephew,
Yes.
obviously. But Michael Attenborough's old dude.
Yeah.
Like,
David
Attenborough's
Attenborough.
aged.
We are absolutely spoiled by how much David Attenborough has like produced for us in his lifetime.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
it's
exactly.
kind of crazy. It's like kind of impossible to watch any other nature documentary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're like, this isn't right. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So happy early birthday, Mr. Attenborough. Next one is from SSM Devil. Me equals the Sean. Hello, the Sean.
Oh, Sean May.
Just a friendly good morning from the US. Cheers. Thank you, Sean. It's so good to see you
Good to
too.
see you,
Lovely
friend.
to have you here. And then we've got a lovely little super chat from Tornax. Hello, Tornax. Lovely neighborhood guild friend.
Good to see you,
And
Tornax.
team member as well. Thank you, Tornax. Lovely to see it. Look at that little Khadgar. He's going to start changing colors.
Oh. my.
In a few weeks. He's
On
going to
purpose.
start. Yeah, on
Okay,
purpose.
yeah.
Like every month.
Not just left out in the sun.
Every month he gets a different, like he turns a different color, which is really cool.
Well, for people that have had him for a month. I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
exactly. The longer you have your membership, like, you know, he will go through the cycle of like common, you know, rare, up into legendary, right? Like, we'll see how long that'll take. Next one is from Pepsil. Lovely to see you, Pepsil. I woke up this morning and opened the stream, and the first thing I heard was Evie saying, team. What a lovely way to start the day. Never ever change who you are. Thank you, Pepsil. That is lovely. It's really good to see you. Next is...
Can I actually just go to a comment in the chat here before we carry on with Super Chat? Sorry. Because I think it's a really good comment. I'm not going to argue with it. Obviously, Zul'jan shouldn't get killed, but if a character was concepted to be a villain from the beginning, that's not a villain batting, that is a character arc. And I agree. I would argue that, like, sometimes the opposite can happen. So sometimes you just get a character and they decide to villain bat them, and it's like, we need a villain, that character will do, make them angry, make something happen to them that makes them angry. They're a baddie now, basically. And that's not what you're right. We're not quite using the term villain bat correctly with Zul'jan, but Zul'jan's turned into such an interesting character. I guess a famous recent example of this is Gary from Stranger Things, right?
Who's Gary?
You know, the guy with the hair, like the dude, like main guy from Stranger Things, the older guy.
Oh, the guy with the hair.
Yeah, the guy with the hair, the original like boyfriend of the main girl.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So he was concepted to be a baddie. He was concepted to be like a villain. He was concepted to be killed in the first season. But during the production of the first season of Stranger Things, like they saw that the guy had such charisma, and he did something with the character which they hadn't expected, and they all just liked Steve, not Gary. And they all just liked. Let me make my point, otherwise you're gonna be late.
I'm listening.
And they all just liked the character so much that they decided not to kill him, not to have him as a baddie, and just get like this redemption through the rest of the season. Is the actor's name Gary?
I know.
Is that what it is?
It doesn't matter.
Who cares?
Okay, I got you. That's interesting. That's a fair point. Yeah.
I would argue that's what we've got with Zul'jan at the moment. So even if he was concepted to be a baddie, he's too interesting just to make him a baddie.
I agree.
Yeah.
Also, you know, there's kind of a history of killing off like horde characters and making them, you know, it just kind of...
Well, I also saw this Reddit thread. I was looking into this morning, and like the Reddit thread is from the midnight reveal.
Oh, okay.
And it's got like a picture of, and it's like, oh, we meet Zul'jan's grandkids.
And it's like,
like and like obviously it's Zujara and Zul'jan. It's like, guess which one will be the baddie?
Guess which one, right?
Like,
between the two of them, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Next one is from Obadan. Lovely to see you, Obadan. Now that 12.0.7 is known, let's revisit this prediction. Will paladin races expand in Midnight? I'm getting nervous on this front, and that's crazy. I feel like it was.
It's so obvious.
It was mentioned. It was not promised, but it was. I feel like Maria Hamilton was like, you can expect, you know, light worshippers to expand their ranks or something. We're like, yeah.
If Maria Hamilton, I'm going to say this right now.
Yeah.
I'm not pulling punches on this.
No.
If Maria Hamilton fucks me on this, there's going to be fucking trouble.
Oh dear.
Don't fuck me on this one, Maria. Give me the fucking paladins, Maria.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be. Okay, sorry, we got to fly through these because I have to go in a couple minutes. Vomax, thank you so much for the generous super chat. Played since Vanilla WoW, and honestly, content is coming way too fast. The game needs downtime from emergent gameplay, older content to matter. It feels like WoW expects you to only play WoW. I can't disagree with that. Do people not enjoy other games? I think that's fair. If you're trying to balance other games with WoW, especially like an MMO, I think it's hard work.
It is a fine line. I think I'm going to disagree with the WoW only expects you to play WoW, because like the discussion that we had is like, what do you need to do to keep up to date power wise with your character compared to like BFA? Barely anything, you know, like gearing your characters, keeping your characters like raid ready or mythic plus ready is way easier than it's ever been. There's so WoW doesn't expect WoW to be the only game that you play. I think what WoW is trying to do is it's trying to be the only game you want to play if you want. So like the stuff you have to do in WoW, there's less of it now, like compared to something like BFA or Legion, you know, to keep your character up to date. But if you want to like grind out some cool cosmetics, if you want to do this thing to get that thing, you want to do this thing to get that thing, you can. Like, but you don't have to. Yeah. So like I would say that BFA or Shadowlands was trying to be the only game you played way more.
I got you.
And like I would say that since Dragonflight, and I'd say this is the pinnacle of that kind of philosophy, is WoW is like making it easier to not be the only game that it plays, but still walking that line of, well, there is enough stuff where it could be if you wanted it to be, sort of thing. And I think that's a noble aim and intention. So and again, I think it is that mindset of like, no, like literally all this stuff we're talking about, you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, that's right.
You just have to go and pick up the kids in that amazing beautiful dress,
No, I have
you?
to get and this is a dud. I can't
Or
wear this.
I'll go and get the kids and you can answer questions.
No.
I'm just for school. Okay, carry on.
We'll get there when we get there. Joe, you love, thank you so much. I finally got around to Anglers and it's bugged. Stuck on first.
Oh no! Fuck! Once
so
I never
took the wind
bothered.
out of my sails completely. Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that will derail you, right? And it's like,
totally. Oh my god!
Why bother?
If I finally spend the 30 seconds it's going to take to get there, one day when I'm like, okay, I'm finally there. I'm finally ready to do Anglers. I'm like, it's fucking bugged.
Can you imagine?
I can. I'm imagining right now.
I'm
so
sorry.
angry.
I'm sorry, Joe. Next one is from Pepsil. Thanks, Pepsil. Give me the odds for the following. 12.1 gives all druids and shamans the ability to unlock Amani druid forms, like the Loa and totems. If we can't unlock a race, this at least fills a gap.
I give you 50 to 1.
Yeah, I don't think
it'll happen. I love the idea. Don't get me wrong.
I
think
love
that's
the
brilliant.
idea.
If it was me and not Ian, I'd say yes. Okay, and not one of those lying yeses. I'd be like, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But we'd be doing big things with druids if I was in charge of the game anyway. But I don't think they're going to go for that. But I really like it as an idea.
Yeah. And thank you for that one. Next one is from Melodia as herself. Lovely to see you, Melodia. Hi, Tierney. I used to say I mained Warlock, but now I main House. Yeah. Love it. I'm curious, what are some staple decor items that you really want to see in the game?
Well, the square diable rug is coming into a point of place. Like, holy shit, am I excited about the square diable rug? Yes, I fucking am. Oh my god.
I would like to see more like picture frames. I would like to see more things like that are customizable, or that, you know, that give you a base to kind of play with.
I would like to see more utensils.
Oh, utensils would be good.
You know, so there are like work tools coming into 12.0.7 as well, like forks and spades and like saws and shit like that. I love that shit. More of that kind of stuff. Good. Like stuff like saucepans and frying pans and like more day-to-day household items and stuff like that. As far as long term, obviously what I really want to see is more interactable items with more specific interactions. Maybe that can interact with other items. So like there are interactable items already, like doors and like some things you can press which will come up and do a little animation. I'd love to see way more stuff like that, so that you can create little experiences, really.
That'd be super cool.
So like the sliding bookcase, brilliant. More kind of stuff like that. And I wouldn't be able to tell you what I want from that. I'd need to be surprised. Like those things need to be made. I can't really. All I can tell you is I want more interactable things.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, and water blocks.
Oh, water, like blocks of
water.
But like only in a block form? That's very limiting.
You can clip it into anything then.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
You know? Like so a round, like a kind of cylindrical water block and a square water block. A cube
of water that I could literally jump into and swim, and then jump into and okay.
Yeah,
that's kind of intense.
But you place it in stuff, so like you create a circle of rocks and stuff.
You
put it in there.
Some people wouldn't.
Some people
create
just have floating
a water jumping puddle.
And
like
we've got floating water in the game already, so why not?
Yeah. Next one is from I Sell Cabbages. Lovely to see you, Cabbages.
Hey.
Good morning, Teeny. You both look lovely today. Oh, thank you. Sending love and can't wait to watch this podcast later today.
Thank you, friend. Always good to see you.
Thanks, buddy. Next one is a super chat from AKA Lady Boss. And AKA Lady Boss, welcome to the team. Welcome. We got a new team member today. Congratulations, AKA Lady Boss, on your new assortment of emotes, which you can use in this very chat. I feel like emotes are being greatly underutilized. I'm really sorry.
Don't make her mad. Don't make her sad. Don't make my wife sad by not using your emotes.
Use
Holy
your
shit.
power. Use the power given to you, my friends. Thank you so much, like a lady boss. Really good to have you on board. And let me pull up the super chats again because I lost them because I put some emotes in chat. Yay, lovely. That makes me happy to see. Next one is from Yarku. I'm not doing PvP instead Hausen. I got to win 84 more Cot Mogus for an award.
Yeah.
I'm doing PvP because of housing.
We are not going to get into this now. Maybe we'll use it for our kind of title next week. But
Yes.
there's a lot of discourse around at the moment of like, is housing done? Are people just not doing
Oh
housing
my
right
God,
now?
stop.
It's like, motherfuckers, are you kidding?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, has housing failed? Are people falling off housing? It's like,
Housing's
bitch, housing
over.
is doing exactly what it's
It
supposed to
is.
do.
I
like,
think people are just like, oh, there's no like chatter about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. There
oh,
was
and,
an
and they're
article.
angry about
There was
the
an
stuff
article.
on the shop, and fair enough.
Oh,
so,
naturally.
But like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah.
Well, this is a topic we need to get into a little bit more. Yeah, thank you, Yarku. I love that. Next one's from Moxin. Lovely to see you all as always, Moxin. Also a lovely member of the team. In the weekly reset, you said that they're gathering all Trollkin and telling them that they are all descendants of Haranir. Yeah, possibly. Stealing a core identity from trolls being the origin. Lore matters to me, and that ruins the lore for me.
Oh, well,
That's
you'll have
fair.
enjoyed the conversation we just had
Yeah,
then. You've
exactly.
been nodding with agreement sagely.
Exactly.
I'll expand on it just a bit and say, well, first of all, I am going to reserve judgment until we actually see the cinematic because,
Yeah.
we're going by assumptions here.
Just text, yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, I kind of agree. You know, that on this channel, I've always been a firm advocate of when Azeroth appears and is born, you see all these illustrations online of her being very elfy or titany, and I'm like, no, that bitch is a troll, right? She's a troll. Like, she's going to appear and she'll be a troll. I think if it happened tomorrow or at the end of midnight, which I think it will be, she's going to be a Haranir, isn't she? And like,
Could be.
I don't want that. I want her to be a troll.
Yeah.
I know Haranir are just cool trolls, right? But like,
Same. Trolls are so fundamental to like
Oh
the
my God.
identity of this game.
And
like
also,
it would feel
something
so
I don't think
wrong.
I don't think I said in the weekly reset when we talk about these quests. I didn't say it just now, but like, you are reminded doing these quests. Troll content is the best content in WoW. Like, I'm not even like, my favorite race is the Forsaken. Okay, I fucking love the Forsaken. They're amazing, and I love like general alliance vibes as well. But troll content is the best content. It doesn't matter what race you are. Going around troll fucking like temples and underground things and just having trolls around the place and just the whole vibe of troll shit is just like WoW to a T. It doesn't get more WoW than troll shit, I don't think.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love troll shit. More troll shit.
Yeah.
Always good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Another one from Moxin. Thank you, Moxin. Drug bar missing too. All offshoots of trolls.
yeah.
There's a whole load of that. Next one is from Danzy Reviews. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks, Tally, for being an awesome example of positive masculinity for those of us who are navigating manhood for the first time. A newly out trans man.
Welcome.
Oh, that's really lovely.
Thank you. That's a really nice thing for you to say. Thank you. Oh,
Thanks,
awesome.
Danzy.
Oh.
Oh, best of luck to you, Danzy. Next one is from Prenit. Thoughts? Subscription price has not changed in over 20 years. I think the shop enables that, and we as players benefit from it. It comforts me when I start to feel it comforts me when I start to feel icky about it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have an increase.
We've had 2 increases in the last 10 years in the UK.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get your point. I get what you're saying. I've always tried to be ambivalent towards the store. I don't like it. There's the whole thing of you can buy stuff with gold, and that's true. Hearthsteel is like a line crossed for me. So like I'm all for them making money out of housing, like I get it. Of course, I get it. Like, it's the world we live in right now. You're constantly having to keep your shareholders happy, otherwise it doesn't matter. Like, you could be making billions of pounds a year. If they want 2 billion, then you're fucked, and like, you got to do what you got to do. But Hearthsteel is just so grubby and dirty, and also actually, I just not useful either. I don't think. I don't. Whatever. That's my vibe. But I do take your point. I still think, as hobbies go, WoW is a very cheap hobby.
Yeah. You know what? We get a lot.
Yeah.
We've got a lot to work with.
I do agree with that, and like you realize that more as you get older, I think. But
I think so. Yeah.
If I was a teenager and having to pay for this shit by myself, I would feel differently for sure.
Yeah. Thank you for that one. Next one is from Just V.
Sorry, I didn't say congratulations to Danzy, and I should have said I was too like thrilled with my compliment.
Yeah.
I was enjoying my compliment so much, but I forgot to say congratulations to Danzy. Congratulations, Danzy.
Yeah.
On living your best fucking life.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Seriously. Next one is from Just V, a member of the team. What's up, Steve?
Hey, Justy V!
Yay, up early enough for Taliesin and Dust Lord Evitel this week. I have to get it now, don't I? Always happy to catch my favorite WoW creators live. Oh, lovely to see you, Just V. Thank you for joining us and tuning in. Next one, another member, 100% non-thundas. Good morning, fam. What are the chances we are being deceived again? And like Devour Demon Hunter, we really will get Amani. Also got my mid-core short. I really like it. It's super soft.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it. Woo! Yeah.
Capitalism.
Nice. Oh, and I'm glad it's soft. It is pretty soft. The one I got is soft too. So glad you're enjoying. Yeah, I hope we get Amani. I hope it happens. I would love to see it.
We're not getting customizations, I don't think, but
no, but as
an allied race or something, yeah, I think the chances of that are quite high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see it. Another one from Just V. Thank you. Opinion. It's not too much content. It's variety. Not everything is for everyone. It's nice that Endgame can now be more now than farm old shit for those not wanting or able to push Mythic Plus or Raid. I think it's a really good point.
Yeah,
it's just expanding the concept of Endgame.
But I don't, and here's the thing, I don't blame players for feeling overwhelmed.
Oh, totally.
Because because like I said earlier, we've just been trained. Our brains, you've got your WoW brain on. It's impossible to see shit like looks important. Like, you know, this is like a whole bunch of void things you have to kill. That must be important, right? It's not. You don't have to do it. Like, but there is a major sea change that we have to undertake. Like WoW has done that sea change.
Yeah.
And players haven't quite caught up with it in their thinking yet. That's
I think so. I think that's part of it. Next one from Iconography, a lovely channel member. Thank you so much, Iconography. The 10th anniversary compilation of Cold Opens was heartening to revisit. Loved revisiting those and seeing Tally Dad joining in on the fun. Cheers for 10 years. Oh, thank you, Iconography. I'm glad you enjoyed that one. We enjoyed putting that one together.
Yeah. Oh, I loved
gave me some good feelings.
I just feel bad about some of the ones we left out.
Because there's so many.
We're just going to have to do a supercut of literally all of them.
We are.
I felt bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel really proud that we've got weekly resets of my dad in, we've got it with my brother in, we've got it with with Annie in, and I think that's really lovely. It's fun.
It's a nice record, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Next one is from Maurice Maximiliano. Thank you, friend. Sadly can't watch right now. Gonna watch it having lunch later, but sending love from Brazil. Yeah, Brazil mentioned.
I love
it. Love to see it. Thank you, friend. Hope you enjoy watching later. Next one is from Disappointed Buddha. I don't think Zul'jan would die because I think it would be a better character arc if he was the one to free Ula-tek, freeing Aloha. Thoughts?
Well, Ula-tek's not Aloha, but yes.
Well, he thinks of Ula-tek as Aloha, right? But what is Aloha, right? Like, what is, I think this idea of where these powers come from is really interesting.
So the thing we were talking about maybe not even fighting Ula-tek.
Yeah.
Maybe, or fighting her to get her on side and tamed, as it were, to kill Kithix. This actually adds a really interesting spin to all of this because it would actually, if Kithix is released unrelated to Ula-tek, then all of this makes Zul'jan right.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because it's like, no, we did need to get Ula-tek out
we
to
had
defeat
to get
Kithix again. It's like, we do actually need this protection.
Not to control.
And so maybe it's that balance of we rely on the lower, but also Zul'jan's thing's working out pretty well too.
Yeah.
And that thing of actually, isn't it lucky that Zul'jan went looking for Ula-tek because it turns out we really fucking needed it.
We needed it. Yeah.
I think that could definitely work. That would definitely be something I'd like to explore.
Yeah, I think there's something to that. Absolutely. And then finally, to wrap things up, we have Mr. Bacon and Legs has joined the team. Welcome, Mr. Bacon and Legs. Use your emote power wisely. I love it. Moxon has gifted 10 memberships to members of the community.
Legend. You
guys now have the power. Thank you, Moxon, as ever, for all of your support. It's amazing. And congratulations to all you guys. Welcome to the team. You get 10% off merchandise. 10% off those.
What?
It's a whole thing, babe. I had to come up with perks. That is among the perks. Congrats, guys. And then finally, Stephanie Eagland also joining the team. Thank you. Oh, lovely to see it. Oh, look at all those little Khadgar heads bobbing around. And then they're going to start changing colors. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Anyway, on that note, thank you so much, guys, for today. This has been a really fun podcast, even though we didn't get to talk about Zul'jan very much. We got there in the end.
I think it was a good conversation, though.
It was a good conversation. I enjoyed it.
It's going to help formulate a video about it at some point, I think. So
absolutely.
That's really cool. We're going to go now. I'm going to come with you and pick up the kids. But when I come back, I might stream on
Jump
Twitch.
on a stream.
So keep an eye out. Yeah. So thank you for joining us, everyone, on YouTube and Twitch, and also in the podcast listening platforms as well. We will see you for the next episode. From me, Xal'atath. Oh, we're at LFG this weekend in London. Come along, say hi.
Come to LFG if you're there. We will be there. Come say hi.
At last, it's taken us 3 years to get to LFG,
and
but we did it.
Well,
we're going to do it. It's going to be fun. I might wear this sweater.
Oh, very nice.
I might just do it. Guys, Until next time, from me, Taliesin.
And me, Avatel. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Oh shit, Crimson Hydra with the gifted subs on Twitch. Thank you. Legend. I noticed. I noticed. Oh shit, Crimson Hydra with the gifted subs on Twitch.